Hello everybody and welcome to the September Update launch live stream. Thank you so much for all of you out there who've joined us this morning or nearly afternoon. The servers are indeed down to deploy the update, so what we thought we'd do is come on this live stream, put on a little show, keep you entertained for a couple of hours while the servers are down, and then we've got to actually get back to it and make sure everything comes up as it should. We were looking at a downtime of approximately 9 hours, but that's starting from 8 a.m. UTC. Anyway, enough ramble on that. Welcome to the launch live stream. Today we're going to be looking at the September update again, just sort of going through what's coming, talking a bit about the community and what's next for Elite Dangerous at the end of the year. But right now, next to me on my right side is the ever-famous, lovely, knee-showing Adam Woods, executive producer for Elite Dangerous. Hello, Adam.
Hello, Will. Hello, everyone.
That was
a comment about my knees because
I was just sort of like rolling off what's going on right now.
I'm not. It's a different pair of shorts, which was a completely wrong call today because it's cold outside.
It's very cold.
And it's not a long sleeve stripy top. It's a short sleeve one. So I have gone home. I have washed. I have changed clothes.
Well, really, we just roll you out of the sort of the dev cupboard, just like we need an Adam Woods. Quick. Get in quick. But you're representing your nice little Frontier hoodie.
Frontier hoodie, yeah, because like I say, I have completely chosen the wrong wardrobe today, so I'm a bit cold.
Adam, I'm going to ask you, as is sort of customary, is your mic on?
No. Turn it on.
Turn it on.
Here we go. Live stream. Behind the scenes, this is how you turn.
By the way, this is completely scripted because I think if you'll remember on our content reveal live stream only the other day, last Thursday, Adam had 2 controllers plugged in, so it wasn't working. So it was a nice little.
So now you can
throwback.
hear me.
So you should be able to hear.
There you go.
Everything. It wasn't on. There you go.
It wasn't on. Just it's battery saving.
Yeah.
Save the environment. You don't want to hear me. You want to hear
he's
you.
got nothing important to say.
Nothing important to say.
Well, you have actually. What is today all about? Why are we here? What's happening with Elite Dangerous for September?
We're here because I'm shirking my responsibility and not worrying about the launch. So I'm just dodging all of that at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a big day. Obviously, we are launching the September update. It's a big day for us, as every launch day is.
Yeah.
Lots to get done in behind the scenes before you lovely players can get back in.
Yeah.
As we set out at the beginning of the year,
Yeah.
the updates this year do have a new player, new commander focus. Obviously, the April update included a lot of new things that new players will use to get to grips with the game, but also it had some additional additional things and benefits for new and for veteran commanders as well.
Yeah.
And as we saw last week, the September update brings quite a big update in terms of new players as well with the new starter experience. That flow that you will experience as soon as you get into the game. So there's no kind of messing around. You press start, get straight into that ship, which I think you guys are going to play through a little later to show you what happens there. That's obviously one of the big things. We've then got a slight update to livery.
Yeah.
Just bringing it in line with some of the other UI changes that we've been seeing since Chapter 4. And we've obviously got the switch to arcs, so console players no longer buy Frontier points, you buy arcs.
Yeah.
And the same for PC players as well, so we're moving everyone in line with each other. And that comes with a new store as well to be able to kind of look at the entire ship roster that we have. Even if you don't own them, you can now use your camera to move around this 3D version of the ship, which is really nice as a kind of what ship should I buy next. You can actually have a look in there for that. But you can also now start to, preview the cosmetics and stuff. Yeah. So no new things to spend your arcs on. It's all still the vanity and the cosmetic items that you're already used to. Yeah. It's just now that you use arcs to buy them as well. And if that wasn't enough, you can also earn arcs as well. So just through playing the game as you all are normally, we've tried to cater for as much as we can.
Yeah.
You can earn up to 400 arcs a week. So add that on top of being able to now buy paint jobs individually as well.
Yeah.
There's quite a price difference in what we had seen before. So yeah.
There you go.
Lots of stuff.
Lots of stuff.
Lots of moving parts to get in line and get get right.
Yeah, I mean we're sort of bringing down the store and revamping of that, so the downtime is sort of reflective of that as well, of all the tests we do before we go live, and making sure everything is running smoothly, so that you guys, when the update comes out, that you can jump in and play.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a little thing here, because as we've done in previous live streams, and we neglected to do it last time.
Is this on the script?
It's not on the script.
Cheeky.
But we neglected to do it last time. But could you, for the starter experience, for the September update, Adam, could you remind us of the flow, the exact lessons, I guess, you go through? Not lessons, but the sort of...
The concepts. Sometimes it's concepts, sometimes it's mechanics. So the very first thing you learn is about the auto launch feature, which we added in the April update to complement the auto dock. You then go through basic flight control, so roll, pitch and yaw. You're then told to put that together and maneuver your ship, a Sidewinder, as always, the classic Sidewinder, through a installation style obstacle course with rings that change and update as you move through them. You're then introduced to boost, because everyone loves to boost. Scanning a target and the scanner itself to try and marry up what you're seeing outside your ship with the scanner. You're then introduced to Super Cruise, which is controlled by your ship, so that you can, we're trying to introduce these concepts gently throughout the flow. You're flown to Combat Zone, which includes a decommissioned megaship, which has been beaten up a little bit. You're introduced to the data link scanner. Targeting again, so we reaffirm some of the lessons. You're introduced to weapons through blowing up static objects on the megaship. You're then given 3 ships that are introduced in the scene: an unmanned, unshielded, unweaponized Sidewinder. Then it goes to a shielded one. Then it goes to a shielded one with weapons as well. So we're trying to introduce the difference between pulse lasers and kinetic weapons to strip shields and go for hull. You're then told to button up and move into your very first hyperspace jump, which is always a big event for new players.
First time.
And I think even old players. You know, I'm currently off on my backyard world tour.
Oh yeah, you're out
still,
there.
Yeah, still out there. Hyperspace. You're then taught the Super Cruise Assist module. So you do a Super Cruise journey yourself this time. To a port, you come out. You're told about requesting docking, how close you have to be to dock, and then you're shown obviously the auto dock, because everyone has the auto dock module now. Well, beginner ships do. It's a nice gentle way into it. You land, you register, and then you go back into the main game, and you're given a mission to courier back to Mawson Dock if you wish to. And the idea there is that we try to soften that edge of the fully VO'd, narrated, curated experience into the main game as well.
Well done.
Thanks.
Well done. You remember the entire flow.
I did.
It's like burned into your brain here. So guys, this is about the September update, and this is the starter experience. We are going to be playing that today, because it's a big part of this update, and it's great for new players to sort of get on board.
It's great for everyone for keeping players coming in and understanding how to get to grips with it, or you know, if you've played it recently and kind of not quite got it, this is also time to maybe jump back in and have another go at it.
Yeah, and so that's happening very soon. We're going to let Adam get back to it in just a moment. But before that, we do have some giveaways that we're going to be doing throughout the show.
Nice.
I thought I'd show them here.
Can I be?
Yeah, please do. You've got the muscles. So this is we're going to be giving away this flight.
I've got this
flight
one at
stick
home,
here.
actually. Got that
And
one.
there's this one here, which is the
Pedals.
pedals there, and we've got some. What else have we got? We've got the Elite Dangerous soundtrack, which is going to come here, and a really cool mouse mat as well. All of that stuff is going. We're going to give that away at the end of the live stream, as well as some paint jobs throughout. So there you go. That's happening. Look at all that stuff. That stuff can be yours by the end of the live stream. All you need to do is stick around, and we'll do a little giveaway later on. So Adam, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
Before we sort of wrap up this segment, is there anything you would like to say to the community about the September update, about Elite Dangerous in general, all of that stuff?
It's nothing in general, well, nothing specific to the September update. I'm looking forward to seeing people's reactions to it. Looking forward to seeing how you customize your ships, and if you can introduce other people into the game and use this experience. But it's the age-old message of thank you so much for supporting us, really. It's coming up to 6 years for me in November that I've been on the project, on this crazy ride that we call Elite Dangerous. And it's down to the team that I get to work with on a daily basis, which are awesome. That's why I brought them a load of donuts today. And it's also down to people that keep playing. So thank you for playing, for being with the journey, no matter when you joined. If it was yesterday, or if it was 6 years ago, or if it was in 1984, because let's not forget it started before I was even born.
Oh man.
Yeah, way before you were born. Don't even give me that look. But yeah, thank you. It's an incredible thing to be able to work on and call my job.
Yeah, and talking about the September update for me, it's almost 2 years ago actually when I started playing Elite Dangerous and trying to grasp what this thing was back then. And you know, I think it's really important that we have.
It is really important.
It's nice to see that it's coming soon. So Adam, thanks so much again.
It's my pleasure.
We'll be back in just a couple of moments. Coming up next, we have Stephen Benedetti, who will be taking this seat here, and he'll be joined by Principal Lead Game Designer Adam Bourke-Waite to talk about the new starter experience. So be back very soon.
And I have replaced William. The only difference is, I think, is I've got tartan trousers and I have a Scottish accent. Even though he does a really good radio version of a Scottish accent, I am the only Scot here. But I'm not here alone. I am sitting here with the fantastic, the brilliant, I'm trying to think of anything bigger, but we won't go anymore, Principal Lead Designer Adam Bourke-Waite. How are we today?
Good, thank you. Excited to be here. It's another exciting day.
Fantastic, fantastic. We missed the first bit. Sorry, we were just changing over some microphones. So again, it was just an introduction. I am here today, and I have taken over from Will for this segment, where we'll be interviewing the Principal Lead Designer, Adam Bourke-Waite.
Hi, again.
Hi, again. So how are you today?
Yeah, good, thank you. Filled up on donuts after Adam bought a load of them in. But yeah, it's exciting, good fun. Done this a few times, but yeah, it's going to be Good.
Good, fantastic. Well, yeah, I came over to see you guys, and I was like, right, it's going to be really exciting. We're going to do this stuff, and you tempted me with the donut.
I did. Yeah.
It was custard donut. I was like, no, I shouldn't. I'm trying to be healthy.
There is a tabletop of them, so I'm trying to get other people to eat them so that I don't have to eat it myself. Don't have to.
You don't have to.
I have to eat it. They have to all be gone by the end of the day.
I know, because you feel bad. It's like, that just goes to waste. I need to eat the
exactly.
donuts, which is my favourite part. That we always end up, no matter what in streams, we talk about food when it's about lunchtime. But this time we ate donuts. We're fine. It's not going to go into it too much. But what we are going to talk about today is that we have some questions for yourself.
Yeah.
I put together, and some of them seem to be quite grand in a sense, but it's more just for a kind of topic discussion, because obviously we are here talking about the September update as it's going just now, and we want to keep you guys entertained. So we're going to see some of our segments have been going quite well with showing the kind of in-depths of what we do here, like meet the teams. So we wanted to get obviously somebody with such knowledge as yourself on.
Yeah.
So the first question we've got for you ready is, why do you feel that the new starter experience is a good addition to the Elite Dangerous universe? What was your opinion on that?
So the game is Elite Dangerous is a complicated game.
Oh, yeah.
You know, in-house, I think we talk about it being kind of several games merged into one. There's so much you can do. That's one the appeal of it is that you're kind of chucked into this world and you can go out there and do whatever you like. You can be a miner, you can be trading, or you can go do some pew-pew and, you know, take some ships out if that's what you want to do. But, you know, to some degree, new players find that quite intimidating, really, and the kind of previously. So in April, we introduced Dromi, our kind of new starting area, and that's definitely helped. It's given them some protection and some kind of light guidance for that first few hours of playing the game.
Yeah.
But we wanted to add something a little bit more that kind of grabbed players and not only gave them the basics that everyone kind of needs of being able to fly a ship, but also just kind of an introduction to the world and some of the great stuff we have on offer. So yeah, that was kind of the big reasoning behind it.
Exactly.
It allows us to do things like, one of the first things you see is this brilliant vista as you come out of a starport, and to some degree it's kind of Elite at its best, getting to see these amazing stellar phenomenon.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's absolutely stunning. And I think that's what's really interesting today, especially with this focus on new start experience. I found a lot in games the attention span for a lot of people is reduced. And I think that's obviously not involved in our players, and it's not involved in people who want to also get into the game, because that's what's important about the game. But I think it's a really nice bridge. It's a really nice kind of alternative. Like, here you go, you can now, because I've tried it out, and it's I don't want to say that I crashed, but I did. But it still gives you that basic part, which I think really helps along that journey.
Yeah, and we know that if people get into Elite, they end up playing it for a very, very long time. I'm sure a lot of the people watching today have got thousands of hours on record, and that's amazing. We have players who are so completely dedicated to the game. Yeah. But we want to get more people kind of past that line where they kind of start cruising on and kind of get them off the ramp and onto the motorway, kind of, so to speak.
100%, and I think for myself personally, I think it's brilliant because obviously since I've started, I've been able to say to people, this is the game that I'm working on, and they're like, oh, I really want to try it, and then they've tried it when I have it, and it's so difficult trying to get them to do it, because you're like, just go up, no, don't do that, do it this way, and you get frustrated.
You do.
So somebody who gets frustrated like me, this is perfect. So I go, you spend your time on it first, and then come back to me.
Yeah, and we've heard that from the community. We hear all these stories of people trying to get their friends into the game, and it's a big community game. Like, you know, we've got so many huge community groups, people playing background sim, that kind of thing, and all those people want more people to play with. Yeah. So having this should hopefully help with that.
Yeah, and that's like, that goes on to our next part of the question is, do you feel this is going to help new players throughout their journey through the Galaxy? Like, obviously this first state, because obviously there's, as we've seen from the reveal stream, which if you haven't, you can go over to our YouTube channel and Twitter, and it'll be saved over there. Sorry, our YouTube channel, not on Twitter, that's live. Our YouTube channel, and you can watch that there if you've not to kind of go through it. It shows you a lot of difference. There's scanning, combat, you know, we've got to fly around the station, stuff like that. Do you think this will help out for future endeavours? Yeah,
it was a really difficult thing from a design point of view, actually, was trying to draw that line of in Elite, you know, if we wanted to, we could have made this, well, not if we wanted to, if we'd have had infinite time and resources, we could have made this go on for hours and hours, because where do you draw the line on what someone needs to know to kind of start in Elite. So we've drawn the long line where we have, which is a bit of basic combat, basic flight, being able to use the big travel.
Apologies there. There was a really excited hairdryer outside.
Talking about travel.
Yeah.
You know, the really big travel mechanics of being able to jump between systems and using Super Cruise and kind of Super Cruise Assist has helped with that. We found with the kind of the core pillars that people needed to be able to use to then branch out into these other mechanics and other professions. And to some degree, one of the core things we wanted to do is we kind of leave you having completed a mission and on the mission board itself. And we found that was a really great place for new players to kind of finish that experience, because you'd finish at the mission board and then players would instinctually look for the next thing they do. And at that point, they're making their first choice of what it is they want to do. So are they going to pick a trade mission or a simple courier mission or something where they want to get their hands a bit dirtier and do some combat? And it's great, I think, the moment we've left where Theo kind of says goodbye and you're sat there on the mission board making your next choice, and you kind of, that rolls into and that's how you play the game, and then you just keep going, and then maybe you go into doing stuff without the help of missions and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, hopefully it's going to be very successful.
Yeah, and like you said, for myself as well, when I started back up previously this year, I just went straight into kind of like hauling things back and forth. But when I started here, I then had the opportunity to really get into combat, and I thought that was really nice, because I think combat are not one of the not the exciting thing about Elite, but for me it's one of my favourite things to do. If I'm feeling a bit, what am I going to get into, and I'll go and do some combat. But at first I was terrified. It was really a scary concept, because I've just spent so much money on this new ship, and you know, I've got a loan signed wider.
Yeah, Theo I think even has a line where he says something like, you know, even if you're not going to be doing combat, it's really important for you to have done this section just so you know what to do if combat comes and finds you, because that is something that can happen in the game. So I think it does a little bit as well to take away that kind of stigma or fear that some people who may just want to come in and do some space trucking might be terrified of combat, and actually they might find, having done it for a first time, actually it's something that really interests them and excites them, or it's something that they shouldn't be that afraid of.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, it's good. It takes away some of the kind of early worries that we found some people did have.
Yeah. And again, as you know, principal designer, another question that I've been thinking about recently is, with the new start experience, what is it that you wanted to bring the players? What did you feel like was the most important part? Because obviously you have the basics of controls as first, and then the combat the next bit. But what do you feel that will really be important towards them, that aspect of it?
So this may sound a little sideways to your question, but I think one of the most important things was really the introduction of Theo, our character, who sits alongside you, and having someone that kind of replicates what a lot of our commanders have already been doing for their friends, which is sitting next to them or sitting on Discord or something else and just being like answering those questions. And whilst he can't obviously answer the questions, he kind of talks you through all the things that either he's doing or that the docking computer's doing. It just kind of gives you that info, and he tells you where to find out more information. So he introduces the pilot's handbook and that sort of thing. And just having someone who kind of quite naturally sits there and guides you into the game and kind of the universe, I think it's really been an important part.
Yeah.
And you know, he has lines for when you said you crashed. He kind of points out those little things like when you crash of what to do, which sometimes when you're panicking, someone just saying, okay, just stop, slow down for a second, turn around, look where you're going and go. It's remarkable how important that kind of line is to people, because you get into a panic and people do just kind of, they just press whatever controls they can.
Anywhere to go, and it's
remarkable how most people's response to crashing is to put their foot down on the pedal, and that's seen in real life as well with loads of accidents. Like something goes wrong and people just accelerate and they just go. So someone being there to be like, oh, take a minute, just take a breather.
It's not, relax,
you know,
okay.
the whole thing is there's no timer on anything. There's just take your time, get through this. And we've seen that the combat sections people take, they can take quite a varying amount of time, but that's the time they need to get used to it, and it's the best time to learn it. So I'd say to people, take your time, you know, don't rush through it, because for new players especially, is that this is the best time for you to learn. You're in the safest place possible, so take the time,
Exactly.
take advantage of it.
Yeah, and I've made the exact same mistake. As soon as I've hit something, I've gone, ah! If you've seen me in any of my live streams, there is nothing but sheer panic on my face at certain moments, and it's nice because you're in this really safe environment. And I think Theo's great. Like I was listening to the other day, and I just think he's really calm, really collective, and I'm like, you're the calmest collective person that I have had at this experience. And you're right. It's nice to have that comfort, that back and forth with someone as well.
Yeah, and doing that, we've done, me and Luke, the main guy who worked on that upstairs, we have, and Adam as well, Adam Woods, we have gone through this many, many times, watching many, many different people do it. And we've introduced very small tweaks elsewhere. So I think I saw on the forum someone referring to the chevrons on the throttle now. And that was something where we identified that people didn't always quite understand in the beginning if they were going forwards, if they were going backwards, especially if their nose was pressed up against something. It could be something that people really struggled with. So there's lots of little incremental changes to the game that have come from this as well. And I think that's been really helpful.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I remember when I saw the wee parts moving forward, chevrons. Got it. With the chevrons moving forward, I actually was thinking about that the day before because I was going towards something, but I wasn't. I was getting further away from it, and I was like, oh, I thought I was moving forward, and then I was like, that was really interesting. And that kind of leads on to the next part: is do you think this experience is going to help older players? And for instance, myself, as some of you may know, I played Elite Dangerous a couple of years ago, and then I picked it back up on PlayStation 4 recently, and to come back into it was terrifying. Like it was totally everything that I knew was out the window. Because I'd also played it on PC, then PlayStation 4, and I was still felt like I was back to the beginning. So do you think that this is going to help older experience?
Yeah, so it's in the simulation area. So if you along with kind of all the older tutorials, which are all still there as well. So we've still got all of those kind of more in-depth tutorials for different areas like mining. So yeah, you can jump back in that. So if you're a returning player, or people who just want to start a new account, I think it's nice for them to go through. So everyone can experience this. And yeah, as you said, there's the small little incremental things like the throttle and kind of a few other tiny little bits here and there that kind of just sometimes give that just a little bit more information that we found that people weren't able to do. And actually, players, I'd suggest everyone go in and try it because I think it is an enjoyable kind of 20-minute, half an hour experience, especially, if you're a veteran player, you will probably go through it quite a lot faster than someone who isn't. But
see, you say that. However, as I said, I tried it out, and as I was going through it, I'm like, I'm quite a good pilot. I'll be okay. I'll sort this out. And I just thought I ended up going too fast through one of the rings and hitting the station. I'm like, I shouldn't be doing this. I should be slowing down. Why am I doing this? And I over-anticipated myself.
Yeah.
It makes you realise you're not as good as you thought.
It might be a good little test bed for people as well. Yeah.
I'm hoping it's not just me.
I think everyone's going to come back now and be like, no,
it's so really simple, Stephen. What's your problem?
But yeah, and I think it's that thing of getting more people into the community. Like this is now a great thing where you can hopefully say to people, try out Elite, because I believe it's on sale right now as well. So maybe it's on sale. Get some friends into the game, get a copy, so they can go straight in. They can try this, and by the end of it, you might be able to be flying along each side each other and enjoying the game together.
Exactly, and it's 70% off on Steam. So if you head over, you can get 70% off. Give it to a friend. Ask your friends to get it for themselves. Try and do. You can gift it for other people, and that's one of the things. Even that I really want to play with other people, and sometimes they don't have it. So there's no excuse. There's a great excuse now. It's a new starter experience, and it's 70% off.
Yeah,
it's like we've timed this perfectly.
It's how people talked about it.
It's actually more of an accident, but it's brilliant. it's fantastic. Yeah. So thank you for answering those questions.
No worries.
So we have kind of thought to ourselves, would you like to pick maybe if the community have any questions for Adam? We can have a wee look and see if there are any questions coming up. So we've got this short screen in front of us, which, as you can see, has been decorated in some Elite
Beautiful.
stuff. Okay. So we can pick a question. If you guys want to fire in some questions, we'll be doing that. And also, what we'll be doing today is giving away prizes throughout each segment.
Yeah.
So what we're going to be doing is give away the Frontier Create Mark II paint job. And what we'll do that in a minute. We'll get you to pick something out.
I've got to think of a word.
You've got to think of a word.
Or a phrase.
And it has to be better words than I did when I was in Jurassic World. I think I just went, what was it? It was a predator pack or something, and I went, meat. I just shouted it, meat.
I think that's a good one.
That wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad.
This is, thinking of a word is, I think, honestly, the hardest part of this stuff. So
Fantastic.
I think I'm going to go for a very simple one.
A very simple one?
Yeah.
Okay. A simple word question is always easiest to go for. Okay, so have we got any questions about the September update or the starter experience in the chat? That would be great, guys. You can fire something in, and we'd be happy to answer some questions. And for yourself, talking about the launch day today, how does this kind of day make you feel? Is it Monday you start to get panicky, Tuesday you start to get panicky, Wednesday everything's okay, or is it normally on the day it's like a big release?
I think you start kind of the beginning of the week. You start kind of not worrying about it, but you know that you need certain things to happen and things to go through. Fortunately, on the day, from a design point of view, our work should be long done. So we've got the server guys up there who are a lot busier and more, frantic. Not frantic, but they're a lot busier than we are on a day like today. So we're generally kind of doing things like this, checking out the forums, making sure everything's going as it should, and thinking towards future things as well.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah. So what we're going to do now is we've got one question, but what I'll go through first is that if you can come up with an idea of a name, that we can get people to guess. So it'll be exclamation mark.
September update.
September update. That's a really good one.
I went for the easy one.
Okay, and I think the question that we're going to go for with the September update. Question, is it a good time to jump back into the game by Shani Jean on YouTube?
I think it's the perfect time to jump back into the game.
I think it's a perfect time to jump back into the game as well.
I think everyone should be doing that.
Everyone should be doing that. And it's one of those things, 70% off. The only issue I have today is that last night was that I was really busy helping prepare for this today. Today I'm quite busy, going to be helping out with the community and talking to them as things go on. I really want to just go and message the people and go, here's the game, it's 70% off. Get on with my mum's husband, who constantly says that he wants to play it, and he's never got about doing
Force his hand.
And my friends are like, yeah, we really want to play with you. We're looking up some games to play the other night, and it's one of the things that would be great. Another question as well, we can do another question while we're getting more September updates, is can you play the starter experience without clearing a save? Yeah,
absolutely. As I mentioned before, on your right-hand side, on your right-hand panel, there is a section, I believe it's titled Training, or it may be Simulations, and you can go in there and there is the starter experience that you can just select, and like you can with our other tutorials, it kind of takes you out of the game world, puts you into that, and then you can jump straight back.
Oh, fantastic.
So you can do it as many times as you like. Do it every time you play.
Every time, yeah. Well,
every time you start with the starter experience and then get going. Why not?
Exactly, and that's for me especially, going back and doing some combat drills is fun to go back and make sure if I forgot something, because there's a lot to learn. So also, can we just say that if you've said exclamation mark September update once, please don't put it in again. You will lose the chance to get picked, that we won't be able to pick that one. But we will hopefully get someone. So just please, everybody have one each so that we can give you away a prize. And we'll keep it nice and fair.
It's exciting.
It's exciting. It's such an exciting
day.
It's such an exciting day. And we have an exciting stream for you, hopefully, to keep things rolling on. Next, we're going to be having, with our guest, Sophia, to come in and do the new starter experience, and we'll be here to introduce her and tell you a little bit about what they'll be doing shortly once we have a wee changeover. So we're going to have 1 minute more to keep the exclamation September updates on. Adam, is there anything that you would like to say to the community before we...
Yeah, I just want to echo what the other Adam said, really, which is we've both been on the game quite a long time. Thank you for continued support, continuing to play the game. Kind of my message would be now, as you said, is the time all those friends or family have said, oh, I'd love to try that and never have. Now's the perfect time to grab it whilst it's on sale, getting them through the new starter experience. And you never know, you might have a whole new group on your hands, a whole new wing to start playing the game with. So, yeah, thank you very much for all of the time on the game. Another update out there, and can't wait to do the next one as well.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I think we're about to just pick some winners just now. And do we have our winners? We will. So we've got 2 winners.
Oh.
Adam, would you like to read it out?
Yeah, it's Neil Hodgson from YouTube.
From YouTube. And we'll be getting another one. So yeah, once we give out these prizes, if you email into community@frontier.co.uk and make sure that you tell them that you won the prize and what you won, and they'll be able to send you out the details and get it all sorted for you. And also for Twitch, we have
ZNinja99.
Z-Ninja. That's
Z-Ninja.
pretty good, isn't it? I am Z-Ninja. Brilliant. Fantastic, guys. So we're just going to go to We Back Soon screen, and we're going to get everything switched over. We're going to keep going. Please stick around. As we said, there'll be more prizes after each segment, and we'll have a big giveaway at the end. And we've got a really exciting stream for you guys, so stick around. Thank you again.
Bye.
Adam.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Hello everyone and welcome back. How cool was that? We got to see Adam Bourke-Waite. We haven't seen him for a while on the live stream, so it was nice to put him here on these sofas and then for Stephen to interrogate him. This next segment is all about the starter experience. So if you tuned into our content reveal stream, you may have seen this, but we thought it might be fun to get someone from our department upstairs to play the starter experience, just to see how they get on. Sitting next to me is Sophia George and Sally Morgan-Moore. You know Sally, of course, but you may have never met Sophia. Sophia, welcome.
Thank you. Away, what's that?
It's the my limelight. Hi.
Hi.
I've just seen a comment in the chat from Zach going, William. And I was like, oh no, William. So maybe he'll message me. We've got a system for this, Zach. Anyway, Sophia, welcome to your first live stream. Well, is it your first live stream?
It is my first live stream, yes.
So everybody be nice and friendly to Sophia. She's taking a moment from her day to come on here and be a guinea pig for the starter experience. Sophia, just sort of some context for the people out there. What is it that you do here at Frontier Development?
I'm in the digital marketing team. I've been at Frontier for a couple of years now. I started kind of when the Frontier Expo and all the Thargoid activity was kicking
Sure.
off, so it was like a really exciting time. And I do a lot of email marketing and other kind of digital bits and activities. So I've done a lot of work on the Elite Dangerous newsletter in my time here.
You have, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say. I think I'm allowed to say. But sort of we did some emails sort of for new players actually, which is kind of why you're here.
Yeah,
Back in, I think it was before Beyond Chapter 4.
Yeah, it was like late last year. We did some onboarding emails for people because, you know, lots of people are starting the new game for the first time, and you know, once they log in, we can actually email them to say like, oh, how are you doing? Why don't you try these tips? Why don't you try this?
And that's another way we can help our community pick up the game and learn it. So I'm going to thrust you into the flames of a live stream because it's not easy. Hopefully you'll be a better pilot than I am, which is without a doubt, guarantee, I think.
Spoilers, she will be.
There you go. Thanks, Sally. And obviously, if you don't know who Sally is, where have you been living? Or
I mean, I'm the noisy one.
You're the noisy one, a product manager on Elite Dangerous.
Yeah.
But you're all over the place, like tweeting and stuff more than me. And anyway,
Chatty.
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 So I'm going to just get this ready. Hopefully, no engine problems. Or it's
Come
working.
on.
So I'm going to give you the controller sphere.
Thank you.
We're going to talk you through it because you can't hear the audio, but this is the starter experience. So if you are just tuning in right now, this is the thing that new players will see from the beginning of their journey. So you're introduced to Theo Acosta, which is our flight instructor from the Pilots Federation. I'm going to just read what he says verbatim. I'm not. So Sophia, you've just logged into the game right now, and you're kind of being instructed on that you need to get your license before you're allowed to go out there and fly. And he sounds like an Imperial.
Do an
but it's not.
impression, come on. At least make it immersive.
I've only got 2 voices with me. I could do like a
With
Scottish. Yeah, I bring them out with me every live stream.
Oh dear.
Anyway, guys, just to give you a reminder that this live stream is to keep you guys entertained while the servers are down for the deployment of the September update. Right. Anyway, so Theo Acosta, your instructor, is saying select auto launch from the options ahead of you when you're ready. So this is to get you out of the station.
Okay, I will do just that.
Just that. As you can see at the top, there's sometimes text that comes up to instruct you where you need to go. And right now, the auto launch module is doing it for you. So it's a real nice, easy sort of intro into how to leave the station. And naturally, here it's teaching you how to look around if you wanted to. And in the top right, there are some objectives that will be what you need to work towards throughout the starter experience. So now you're waiting in a queue.
So is this for the other ships to dock?
Exactly,
Okay.
and it's a subtle lesson here in that there are going to be other ships coming
Wait for
through.
people.
Yeah, wait for people.
Be
Don't
patient.
try and get through. Well, I do it all the time. Scrape sort of along the side of the access corridor. And that person, I swear, just
He just cube jumped
jumped.
you.
not acceptable at all.
Oh no.
Right. Forget the script, Sophia. Full
Go
boost.
after him.
Carry on.
Weapons on. Bring him
Deploy
down.
the hard points.
Okay,
Shoot
so
down.
now you're sort of you're heading through the access corridor here, or as our lovely community like to call it, the nail slot.
Oh.
And look at this! Isn't this beautiful?
That is a view.
That is
Welcome
a view.
you, Sophia.
I love this view. I just want to
Lovely,
stay here
isn't it?
forever.
Yeah.
Right, let's just stay here and just observe.
Hey,
Look at that cresting star. Right, your next lesson, or sort of the next part of your instruction here, is to learn how to manoeuvre a starship. This is a 4-dimensional. Are we in the right dimension there? 3-dimensional. 4-dimensional is like mind, isn't it?
Yeah.
3-dimensional space.
You're right.
I'm all right. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm nervous. I'm excited. I want to see how this goes.
Sophia's the most chill one here.
I got this. So in the top right, it's going to be teaching you how to control
Oh
your
yes,
ships.
pitch, yaw, and roll.
Yeah, so these are all going to be tools of the trade when flying a ship. So you've got there you go.
Oh, you don't have to do them in any kind of order.
No, you can do them in any order you like. And later on there is a little test because one of them starts at the bottom that you have to do first before later, but not on this one. There you go.
Lovely.
You've mastered controlling Starship.
Oh.
Well done. Right, here we go.
Okay, so increase throttle. So
Increase throttle, so there you
going
go.
forward.
And as you can see in the new update, the September update, we have changed these little markers on your throttle to chevrons. So you're going to be advised to go towards this sort of this kind of training area, and there'll be a number of circles that you have to fly through. Right now, it's teaching you exactly how to reverse and accelerate your throttle, and as you can see, you'll be going backwards there. So it's asking you to stop, because you do need sometimes to stop, because if you keep going, you'll end up in a star.
You will?
We've all done it.
Dangerous.
We've all done it. And yes, as Zach Anton actually rightly says out there, that this is accessible from the right-hand panel of your ship if you're already a player, a sort of a veteran player, so you'll be able to pick it up. So now it wants you to reverse, so you need to, here you go, you've already done it.
We don't need to. Just leave her to it.
Right,
got this, guys.
you've got an hour, so let's get through this. Right, so slow down and hold position is your next lesson.
Hold, so that's bringing it to
Back up
0.
now.
So it's,
That's it. Excellent.
there we go.
It's like a dad sitting next to his
Come
daughter
on,
on a
you've got
driving
this, you've got this.
driving test.
Well, that's
driving
a nice
lesson.
question. How many people out there have kind of brought their kids or their friends or their brothers or their sisters to try and play Elite Dangerous and guided them through it? Maybe you
You'll
can
be
now
like
do this.
Mrs. Bouquet.
Who's
Mind
Mrs.
the pedestrian, Sophia.
I don't know who that is,
Oh.
but I don't drive.
Do
So.
you know? Please tell me you know.
Sorry.
Brilliant.
Does anyone
Brilliant.
know that? Nobody. Nobody's nodding here. There. So for your
a bit
next
old.
part of the instructions here is to fly
So I'm going
towards that target there.
forward again.
Yes. And you'll want to increase your speed a little bit to navigate this course, but not too
I'm,
much.
I'm quite scared to. What if
Look.
I hit the station?
If you hit the station, well, it will be a good sort of lesson for you, because you'll realise, actually, I shouldn't fly into the station because that hurts. And if at any time you do blow up, the lesson will kind of start again. Keep calling them lessons. They're not lessons. They're kind of like a guidance. Here we go. Go through that green target with the one that says target right there, and you'll just have to navigate this little course. Easy peasy, I say. There you go.
You don't have a right to say that. Not yet.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm very confident.
No,
that
you are
Sophia's
a good.
got this.
You are. Yeah, Sophia does.
Yeah,
I'm gonna turn. There we go.
that's it.
That feels a bit better.
Yeah, and you can
Beautiful,
roll and you can yaw. Oh,
I'm gonna.
Go on, Sophia.
there you go.
Yes.
There we
It's
go.
fine. Absolutely
Did
fine.
you see me lean?
I do that. I still do that. Playing with robots. They can. There's a question here from ASMR Gaming. Do new players have the ability to turn off this tutorial if they so wish? They can. They can skip it. You can press options and skip. I don't advise that though, because it does really teach you the kind of the core basics of flying your very own starship. Wow, take a breathful. Yes, Justin, I should.
Oh,
Never mind.
My
You're
first
okay.
little
You're
You threw it,
okay.
you
You're
threw
a
You went through it.
little bit of a finesse
go.
on it, I think. Really. if I'm
Slow
honest.
down maybe a little bit,
yeah.
and then
Okay.
turn towards the next one.
Where is the
Alright.
next?
The next one will start to appear. If you bring it right to a stop,
Right.
turn
so
to it's to your right.
My right.
There you go.
Oh,
So the
I
target.
can see
so
the
There
target.
you go.
Okay.
It's worth mentioning this, because if you are finding yourself off
Yeah.
course, the target will eventually appear to put you back on course.
Yeah.
Classic roll, says that there. Ham roll.
Thank you, Zach.
Ham roll.
Ham roll. There you go. Then you tilt up here, just nice and steady. Mike Metallic's saying speed up. I think you could speed up a little
Oh,
bit.
but I'm so scared.
You did very well.
I'll speed up.
This is for your license.
I'm
So
really-
you
She's through.
you're through. You're all good.
Oh, this. See, now
No.
I feel like I'm going too fast.
No, you're going absolutely fine. If anybody is tuning in right now and wondering what is going on here, we are playing through the starter experience. This is Sophia. This is her first Elite Dangerous live stream, and I think Frontier live stream.
Yes.
And she's going to hit that. No, it's all fine.
Oh,
And a little spin. It's all right.
A little spin
And then
through
re-
it again.
It's a little Sophia.
Then go back. I like this.
Huddy.
So a little tip for you here, Sophia, is that
Yes.
if you're going through that and you look like you're gonna hit into it, you can roll to realign yourself, or just pitch a little bit across. But there you go.
It's
You're
fine.
good. If anybody is tuning in right now to continue my segment, this is Sophia. She's running through the starter experience for us. As a new player, as someone who hasn't sort of mastered flight control or mastered control of a starship, and then Sally's here as well because Sally wanted to be on the live stream and couldn't say no. So,
Oh yeah.
there you go. So if you sort of roll your ship to the left,
This is rolling, isn't it?
yeah, and then you're going to have to, that's it, and there you go. Get it kind of nicely aligned and centered.
Beautifully done.
Roll a little bit more. You got it.
Yay!
There we go. And then
This
one
one's
is,
going to be tricky, isn't
this
it?
is a
you're
tricky one, but
okay.
you roll towards where the arrows are facing.
Easy.
Quite good.
Done.
And if any time you're thinking, oh, I'm going to miss this, you can slow down with the throttle, but you're good here.
I like
is
this
fine.
little spiral she's got there. It's like, just going to go through it.
Just going to go kind of flight assist off it through it. So
Do you remember that?
We weren't very good at it.
Good
we were-
times that was.
I think we were both trying to control them.
We were.
Here we go. We're
I
going
love
through.
the arrows, I do. Never mind anything else.
Yeah, I mean that's your favourite. That's your favourite part of the September.
Embellishment. The arrows.
So these arrows on the targets, they're like pointing in a direction. Is that the
That's
optimal direction I should be going in?
Yeah. This is sort of advising you that okay, if you're facing this way, if you think you're the direction, it's more the direction you're going. This one's really fun.
It is.
Oh.
So slow
oh.
right down here.
Oh,
You're all good.
No,
You're all good.
there's-
You're all
Am I?
good. You're fine.
Yeah,
You're just
yeah.
a bit bumpy.
just
It's alright, do
no.
a little flip. It's alright.
Right now, turn. No, turn back. Sphere.
turn.
If you reverse
Should
now,
I reverse? Yeah.
that's it.
That's it.
And then turn slowly. You're out. You're good. I think you're going backwards through it.
Oh, but I missed it.
But you
You're
missed it.
okay, it's alright.
So this
I
is
can see.
this here is what you need to do now is just go slow through here. If you go to your left,
To the left.
Yeah.
Have I gone through that one?
no, you're gonna come back on it here,
Oh,
like
I
so.
see. Oh, so I'm going to kind of loop under it.
You're gonna loop
That's
under it, and
it.
remember the lessons from the start where
Mm.
you could stop still.
Oh, so I can go to the 0?
Yep. Oh, you.
And now I'm reversing.
There you go. This is good, and then you can
Yeah.
realign yourself because there are times where you're gonna have to do this. So if you, and then slow and dip under.
Sorry, Will.
No.
No
To be
problem at
fair,
all.
this sort of
This is
readjustment
better than my
stuff
one.
is.
This is a
You're
part
going
of
to
it.
do it a lot anyway.
And at
It-
any time, sorry, Stella.
No,
you
no,
were saying.
it's exactly what you.
Anytime
saying
you,
what
you
you're
are feeling like, you know what, I want to restart this, you can. So you're going to zip through it
saying. That's it.
over the
That's
line.
it.
Yes,
Sweet.
we got there. And
Go
then
for a double.
get nice and slow
She's-
though.
she's
nice
through.
and slow.
It's
Sophia.
fine. That's it.
Yeah, you're
That's
good. You're
it.
good. You're good. You're good. You're going
got a
through
very
nice.
Chaotic.
Very quickly.
No, we got
but
there
it's
in the
very
end.
Good.
We got there in the end. Sphere. This is sort of a bold feat to do. Coming on
Go
live
on.
stream, flying Elite Dangerous. It's not easy when you've
First
got to
live
maintain.
stream, very early on in
Beast.
your Pilots Federation journey. Blooming brilliant.
Roll
And
towards it a little
just
bit.
A little bit.
Sophia, I'm so proud.
I mean, I'm not there yet.
Well done. That's bravo. If you could put in some little hand emojis in the chat, please. Just some words of encouragement here, because it's a challenge to live stream and fly a spaceship. It absolutely
It's brilliant.
is.
She's,
Yeah.
she's
And
amazing.
You've done there with minimum scrapes. So now, the next sort of part of the course is that you need to learn to scan. So what
Okay.
we're going to do is we're going to approach this target here, this beacon,
Yep.
and you've just targeted it. So you can now see that okay, I'm 1.6 kilometers away from it, and now I need to approach it. So, but before that, you need to deploy your hard points.
Look at all the support, Sophia.
Oh, thank
Look at
you.
this. Thank you
It's
so much,
it's
guys.
so nice.
Thank you so much. So you need to approach this right now. So you've deployed your hard points. What this means is that it's going to enable you to use the modules and your hard points that you have equipped to your ship. Which on this ship currently we have a data link scanner, which is
Okay.
used to get information from various targets. So you're going to approach quite slowly here towards it. If you tilt a little bit, yeah, this is fine, and you're going to get in range very soon. And because right now it says here on the bottom right where it says data link scanner,
Oh,
says
yeah.
out of range. But, so you need to maybe slow down a bit because
Oh, boy.
these things suddenly
They
appear.
do.
You're in range and now you scan, so you're already ahead of it, and then right trigger to scan.
Brilliant.
So there you go.
Scanning.
Awesome. Well done. Scanning. Easy as that.
Yeah.
It's not easy as that.
No,
Sometimes
well-
you're like, I'm so far away from it. Bam.
I've definitely done that.
Yeah,
I've
it's-
done that.
and
Like
it's really
blown
hard.
everything.
So now we're moving on to the next part of your assessment, as Theo Acosta says it right now, and it's going to be all about Super Cruise, which is moving. Super Cruise is moving from one location in the system to another. So it says there to retract your hard points because you can't Super Cruise if your hard points are out. They're gone, and as you can see, they're kind of ducking away. And now we need to throttle up. So this is where we get to go super fast
Oh,
because it's okay.
exciting.
You're not gonna hit anything, hopefully. I mean, there's nothing there to hit.
Right. If she does, I'll.
So you're here right now. You're entering Super Cruise, so your engine's ready. So now it says here, throttle up to engage. So you're going to throttle up as far as you can go, and bam. You'll do it. Excellent, excellent
She's in.
work. So you're no longer in control of your ship. I believe it's handed over to the kind of the computer on the ship to just kind of ease a new player or a player who's returning to this back to their goal here. Because when you're sort of travelling through space and there are lots of destinations and you have to kind of align your ship correctly, and it's a lot of lessons to kind of learn, and that comes over time. But this is giving you at least an overview. Okay, how does the system look and how does Super Cruise work? So up here you can see travel to the combat training area, and it's kind of moving there. So up here we've got some sort of highlights that happen throughout this experience, which give you information on various panels and info, which says right there in the top right. So easy peasy. Not going to say it one last time. Easy peasy. Because the next mission, Sophia, that we are thrusting upon you is the combat training area.
You ready?
Oh, that's what I'm quite scared about, actually.
We
I
are
think so
seeing
enough.
some questions if players will be able to buy HUD colours with arcs. That isn't something that is currently planned. Just to answer that question, I saw it come up a few times. Apologies if I miss anything. If you do have any questions, let us know in the chat. We'll try our best to answer them. So we are sort of we are approaching now the combat training area, which is a decommissioned megaship, and you'll be tasked.
I'm excited.
As Theo says here, your next lesson will introduce the basics of combat. I'm not a combat pilot.
I'm not.
I leave it for Stephen to do because he so willingly chose to do it. He was not asked to do it. Please, because I'm really bad at combat. So this is quite a feat, and as Adam mentioned earlier, you know, some players might not normally do this because they're kind of afraid to lose their assets in their ship. But this at least gives you a kind of the briefest of overviews of how to get started in combat. We just missed it there, but your ships have. Oh yeah, people are saying my hands. Your ship has just realigned.
What are you doing with your hand?
Gravitational correction here. So you've come to us. You've jumped out of Super Cruise. You're now in the area of the decommissioned fleet. People keep mentioning the hands moving.
You're very gesticulative, aren't you?
Is that a word?
Gesticulate.
Yes.
Is your middle name?
Is your middle name. Anyway, the lessons, because Sophia is here hard at work. You've just done something. I can't remember what.
So I'm scanning the ship.
You're scanning the ship. Oh, good. How do you know?
I
Do you
mean-
remember? How do you know this?
Go on, Zed.
I think.
So yes, you are. You're now need to analyse the megaship with the data link scanner. So if you think how you scanned the beacon before, you
Oh, yeah,
now need to scan this, and what's going to
Arty.
happen now is going to highlight
That's
the
it.
various amount of targets that you can target. So just let it scan. Targets identified. Use the data link scanner to interrogate a target. Basically, from now on, it gives you a kind of understanding of how to target specific areas of a megaship or even your enemy pilots. So now we need to press X and right bumper, which will then change, as you can see here. It will give you a burst laser and a multi-cannon. Now, rule of thumb is that when you need to bring shielded targets down, you use a burst laser, and when you need to start tearing into their hull, use a multi-cannon. You could use the Adam Woods approach, which is just
Both at the same time.
all of it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Every little helps. So safe mode is off, weapons are live. Now you need to destroy some canisters.
Okay.
So you could fly closer and then just strike all of them with ease. Any way you want to approach this, you can.
Smash
Maybe
them
a
up.
little bit closer.
A little bit closer.
I don't really want to crash into it.
Yeah, you're right. You go a little bit closer.
Yeah,
You'll be
Get
fine.
yourself in there.
A little.
How's
that?
I'm gonna get
That's
you.
fine. That's fine. And so you've correctly targeted this, so your gimbaled weapons will move on that target. You can, of course, just shoot at it without targeting, and it will go down.
Oh, okay.
You can also use your multi-cannons here as well, both
Oh,
at the
there we
same
go.
time. And bam. Excellent work. You're shooting better than mine.
Of course it is.
And there are some targets up there, which are right in front of you, easy peasy. Said it again. Just
Get
word
your
of the day.
Get
I wonder what the giveaway word will be
Easy
today.
peasy. Hashtag.
Commander
done it.
Vaka says,
Yeah.
where are SPV FA badges we sent? They are around. They are upstairs. They're all over the place. We did receive them. Thank you so much. Okay, so suddenly a drone
a
has
target.
appeared. So this is a moving target. So you will have to accelerate and throttle down a little bit.
Get him. Droney boy.
The good thing about this target is, and we'll just talk about it when you've finished scanning it. So you have a scanner that will automatically scan, but this target doesn't have any shields because it's just a red ring. You can see it here, so it's going to go down easily if you unload both your weapons.
Oh yeah,
So you need to get in range, and then it's moving at considerable speed, but you'll be able to catch up with it. And I'm hoping Sophia's going to do a flyby here.
Right.
So any time it moves out of your way, you can bring your throttle down to the blue section, which will allow you to turn a bit faster.
Okay. Oh, he's done.
He's done. He's gone and done. And boom, your first target. But that's not all. These drones are here as part of the instruction to give you sort of different targets, a kind of overview of all the different targets out there. Heaven forbid anyone flies without shields, but people do and they're brave.
Paige does. She flies with them quite often, actually.
She needs to be careful because pirates
Yes.
lurk everywhere.
So where is this man?
So this one, as your target here is saying, is kind of pointing that way. So you're doing right here because you're flying past the mega ship, because if you were to suddenly turn, you'd go boop straight into it.
Oh.
And now you've met it on
Wow.
even ground. So you've,
Zoomed away.
yeah, and if you bring your throttle down to the blue, you'll be able to turn a little bit faster.
There we go.
And then you need to target it with A, absolutely, and then here we go. This one's shielded, so it has slightly stronger defense.
Yeah.
But as you can see, the shield is slowly disappearing, and then if
And
you
that's it.
tilt up a little bit to bring it down, amazing, it's going to go down so quick. You've got this, you've got this. 2%.
Yay.
I'm
You
so
might-
proud of her.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I feel like we're mum and dad.
I
Going.
do. Combat is
Sophia's
really
done it, by
hard.
George, she's
It
done
can be really hard.
It can be hard. It can be.
And you're doing it so well.
Thank you.
I was like, I don't want to sound patronising either.
The fine balance between how do
I know. How do I give her all this
The
praise
praise.
that she deserves?
No, you're doing great, Sophia, and now your final target is going to shoot at you.
Oh no.
So it's something to be aware of. This is a combat drone that is shielded and armed, so you need to bring it down. Maybe get a little bit closer because your weapons aren't really targeting here.
Oh, I see.
There you go.
Okay.
And as you can see on your side, just briefly, if you bring your throttle back to the blue
Yeah.
and turn to face it with your scanner, that's it. That's right. Bring that bar down. It's going to zoom
Oh,
towards you, and you'll have
there
the
it
opportunity
is.
to strike as well. There you go. Keep that throttle on the blue
Lovely.
area because then you'll be able to just turn and face it at any time. You've got this. So the shield's down, and now you just need
Oh,
to.
good.
The multi-cannons are sort of reloading.
Oh, okay.
You've got this. Go, go, go. Easy.
Go on.
You've done it.
Oh,
but you just keep
yeah.
going. No, just keep going. Just make sure he's dead.
Good job.
There we go. And now there are, as the community are rightly saying in the chat, there are ways you can sort of maximise efficiency by putting your pips into weapons. But as a training lesson right now, just bringing the targets down and understanding the target is kind of how it works.
So the more you play, the more tips and things you'll get to make everything.
You'll start to
more
become
efficient.
accustomed to all the different ways to kind of drive your ship to the maximum efficiency.
Combat is a lot about mobility as well, and how you
Don't get blown up.
No, exactly. So
me.
you proved that.
Yeah. By the way, just past the combat lesson, so everybody do a little clap emojis, please, as is
See?
customary. Yes.
Thank
you,
you.
Justin. Very nice of you. Right. So, next lesson. We're near the end.
Oh,
We're near the end of it.
She's doing so well.
Doing so well. Could we blow up a little bit? Because we're on a tight schedule and we need to restart it. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
I'm seriously looking at you then,
You're
like,
doing so
what's
well.
that with you?
Yes, thank you everybody for your encouragement here. So we need to hyperspace jump to Matet. So this is moving from one system to another system.
okay.
So you've accelerated to the speed you need to. But right now you need to retract your hard points. So first press X.
Yep.
So that will take just like Super Cruise, it will take your hard points away so you can jump to a new system. And now you need to throttle up to, if you throttle up all the way, get some speed going.
And then I can...
And then you just press Y.
Off you go.
So as you can see in the top right, there are instructions here that say this is what you need to do next as the lesson, but also in the centre of the screen as well, just to really hammer it home, this is what you need to do. And this is sort of where the next part of the training is sort of docking at a station, which with the auto dock computer is fairly straightforward. So guys, at this moment, I think we've got there straight away, so maybe we'll come back to it, but I want to do a giveaway. I want Sophia to choose what people need to say in the chat.
What
so
we give it away
exclamation,
this time?
something. What we're giving away. What are we giving away this time? We're giving away a Frontier Mamba paint job.
Oh, am I going to find this one?
You're going to be okay because it's just taught you there that you have a what is called a sort of an auto throttle that turns off if you jump to a system. This can be disabled and can be re-enabled if you like it. If you're not paying a lot of attention, for example, and you jump to a new system, it's perfect because you won't just go. Right, so we'll come back to the giveaway in just a moment. We are going to be giving away a Frontier Mamba paint job. But now it's going to teach you a little bit about sort of your various interfaces. So this is we need to navigate to the external interface, which is X, and there you go. And this gives you information about locations that are available to you, sort of missions that you currently have, and various contacts, so other ships that are flying around. As you can see, and as is highlighted, the Coalho Station is highlighted in blue, and then it's asking you to navigate across. If you press there, right on the D-pad exactly, your Super Cruise assist.
Oh, I see.
So it now needs you to align to the destination, which is right in front of you, so easy peasy. And there's a little compass there.
Did you do it again?
Yeah,
do it again.
It's going to be my new catchphrase. There's a compass thing here, but you're already aligned. If you weren't aligned, the little blue circle there in the bottom left, just above your scanner, would be kind of hollow.
Is it important when I'm in the Super Cruise Assist that I don't start like trying to move my ship around? And
yeah, you want to.
Would I mess it up?
You want to kind of align to where you're going. If you wanted to do some crazy moves in space, maybe save it for when you're not in Super Cruise.
Okay.
Because this is all about getting from destination A to B. So right now we're travelling there, and Super Cruise Assist is active. So if you keep the throttle on the blue, it will do most of it for you. This is a module that is there to assist your flight and your inter-location travel. Excellent for live streaming. You can put it on and then answer a question or talk to people in the chat.
Can have your dinner at the same time.
Can have your dinner, can have a cup of tea,
Yeah.
whatever you like to do.
Good.
We're nearly there, and there's another lesson now, so I'm going to wait for the. You know what? I'm not going to wait. While Sophia does this, because
It's
we're nearly
wild.
we're going to give away a Frontier Mamba paint job on both Twitch and YouTube to one person on Twitch, one person on YouTube. And if we have some people on Mixer as well, so we're going to choose someone from there. All I need you to do in the chat is
Me.
put
Yes,
exclamation,
Lemon squeezy.
just lemon squeezy.
Yeah.
Put in the chat, lemon squeezy, please, exclamation, lemon squeezy. You only need to do it one time, and then our producer over there is going to kindly choose people across the platforms. We have 2 to give away here, so I'll let him choose lemon squeezy, exclamation, lemon squeezy, easy peasy, lemon
Here we
squeezy.
go.
Here we go. So that's going to happen, and we're going to have the names come over to us in a couple of minutes as that scrolls by. But your lesson isn't over. Sophia. You have more to do, I'm afraid. You need to approach Coalhouse Station.
Okay, so I have to move towards it.
Yes, move towards the access corridor. Now, don't go too fast, because there are a few things we need to do here.
Okay.
You can go a little bit faster. Don't go too fast, because you need when you approach your starport, you are going to need to request station's access, which they need to give you docking permission.
Got to
So
knock
this
on
is-
the door
you
before you
knock
go
on the
in,
door.
don't you?
So they're going to do. We're going to go through that right now, and because you have an auto dock computer, you don't have to dock yourself. And this is kind of in these lessons, it's teaching you kind of the way to do it. And Theo, our custard, does mention that you can do this manually. So you're going to approach a little bit more, navigate towards the Coalhouse Station access corridor, the mail slot as they like to call it out there
Oh,
in the
done it.
beauty. So you've done it, so you're close enough.
And he says ease the throttle.
Decrease the throttle now, yeah. Set it to 0. Nice.
Cool.
Don't, just don't.
I don't know why I say it. I don't know why I say easy peasy so much. I don't know. I like it. Anyway,
It's an exciting day.
it's an exciting
Probably
day.
why.
It's finally here. I'm really happy. It's here. Because I care about this a lot. I really think
That's, yeah.
teaching people the game is a really good thing, and now we have it. So you need to request docking access here. You're already ahead of me. You keep going though. So you navigate over to the contacts panel.
Yep.
And then you're going to navigate with the D-pad over to the request docking. And this is teaching you how to request access whenever you approach
Okay.
station. So if you press back now, you can approach. And in fact, it's going to do it for you because you were at 0 throttle.
Oh,
So,
I see.
Yeah. So what happens is if your throttle is at 0, the auto dock computer will take over and dock you safely, so you don't have to worry at that point. You could literally throw that controller over there, pending that you wouldn't hit a camera or that you aren't going to press any of the buttons as it collides with the ground, scraping. Anyway, I don't know where I'm going with this. Right. I need water. So, where are we?
It's gone.
How are you finding it so far, Sophia?
Yeah, really good. Yeah,
Yeah?
it's much easier than I thought it
There you
was going to
go.
be.
Yeah.
So really good.
I mean, you've gone through some of the training simulations that we still have in the game and we've had before, and you're sort of navigating that sort of prior to this, but approaching it as a fresh.
Yeah, I
window.
think it's all good because it's all in kind of one long thing, and you're doing all different bits and pieces. So I feel quite confident with now. I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Ready.
And you are nearly ready. This is sort of the final corridor, access corridor. No longer than 10 seconds. So we do have a winner, our first winner on Twitch, which will be winning the Frontier Mamba paint job. Now this, all you need to do is email us at community@frontier.co.uk, and if you are on Twitch, give us a PM as well, saying I won that paint job. And the winner is artificial_brain. There you go. I think we've got another winner coming on YouTube as well, just shortly. So bear with us 2 seconds. Sophia, you have safely docked at Coalhouse Station.
Hey, she's down.
Nice.
Congratulations, Commander.
Thank you.
Your evaluation has been successful, and a license is being assigned to you as I speak.
Oh boy.
And that is and it's something like Adam highlighted on our content reveal stream. But prior to this, you aren't called Commander. It's only at
No
this point you
pilot.
get
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's nice.
So you enter the hangar now. if you go down
Oh,
to
yeah.
the D-pad and into the
So-
hangar, you will then start the process of becoming,
Filling out your paperwork.
filling out your paperwork, and that's kind of where we end it. So thank you so much, Sophia, for
Lovely.
being
Oh,
our
thank
guinea
you for
pig on
having me.
this.
Thank
It's been
you.
really good.
How did you find it? How do you think this has given you sort of kind of a better understanding of how Elite Dangerous might work?
Yeah, I think it's really good because it just kind of teaches you the basics, how you're going to move, how you're going to fight people, and the docking stuff is obviously all really important. And now I could feel like I could like go into the missions and start.
Playing around with it and knowing, like, okay, I can start this mission here and go from here, and it's amazing. I'm really.
Can I ask you a question? If you were, what pilot would you want to be? What commander would you want to be? Would you want to go exploring? Would you want
I
to
actually really
fight
enjoyed the
some more?
combat stuff.
Did
so
you?
I probably
Do
would
you know
try
what?
that.
This is why I thought I'd ask, because I said she's actually really quite good at that. Would you pick combat as a?
I think so, yeah. Well, I play lots of like kind of action-y games
You do,
anyway,
yeah.
so I think that'd be really fun.
So
Cool.
right, so we'll have to get you on one of the combat.
I know,
skills then.
right?
Well, hold on, Will. I'm not happy. We do have a winner on YouTube as well. We have Cyber TX. Cyber TX, you are our winner with for the Frontier Mamba paint job. So all you need to do is email us at community@frontier.co.uk and let us know. As Tokuso says, has res sight for you then, Sophia, which without all the lingo, you probably don't want to do that just yet.
It's a little bit early days.
Early days.
Oh.
But yeah,
eventually.
it's been awesome. Thank you so much for giving
thank
it a
you.
go.
Yeah.
Sally, how do you feel about
I
it? Because we
loved
haven't
it.
asked you.
No, I love it. The reason why why I wanted to be here is just, I get warm and fuzzy when you see people supporting people, and you see whenever there's like a call to action of commanders trying to help somebody out.
Mhm.
Oh, it makes me go really blubby.
She's crying. You can't see it.
I don't know what it was, but even though you're doing the tutorial following what Theo's saying, Will's here as well, and Will's like, and here's my opinion on it, and here you're going to go this way and you're going to do that, and I can see other people out there doing that. So
Yeah.
it's like a triple like whammy.
I'm not
No.
about that. Yes, so that has been the training experience, and I forgot to mention it because we were so overshadowed by giving away stuff and going, well, what did you think of that? Can we have a final little round of applause and emojis for Sophia?
Please,
Came on,
everybody.
just to embarrass her even more.
Oh,
thank you so
you.
much. Now I expect you to be playing Elite Dangerous every lunchtime.
Every time I
Oh.
turn around, I want
Yeah.
it on the second screen.
And I
It's
want you to be playing, from now on, all the time.
Okay, can I be in your squadron?
You can be in my squadron. I have like 3 members.
Oh.
So if you want to be part of the cool crew, me, Adam Woods, and here they are. They're coming all in.
Look
big
at
little,
this.
Thank you,
Sophia.
little clappy claps. So our next segment, we do have a little bit of time, but our next segment is the featured commander segment. So what we're going to be doing in the next part of our live stream is just looking back at what the commanders have been up to. Not all of them, because there are so many, but what they've been up to over the last 6 months. This is a show that Paige does from time to time, and we also feature it on Frontier Extra. We have like a micro version, but we're just going to go through some awesome stuff players have been up to in the game. So yeah, we're going to move on to that real soon. We're going to jump to a back soon screen in just a moment, but stick around because we have some more paint jobs to give away, and I took them away. We've got HOTAS pedals, the lovely soundtrack,
beautiful.
which you could put that on,
Yep.
and play. But if you're doing the new starter experience, and you've got the Auto Dock or Super Cruise Assist module active,
You can go
that's-
and change the
you
CD.
can go and change the CD. So there you go. There you have it. I always try to bring it back around. So yeah, like I can go back there and hone my combat skills on the Star experience. Sally can as well, and we can all become little fighters.
Guns on my ship.
Never. I'm a
People
pacifist.
are saying.
A pacifist. Okay, so we're going to jump to a back soon screen. Again, thank you, Sophia. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to all the commanders who gave their support. in all
So
of
nice,
this.
thank you.
And we'll see you all very soon, in just a moment.
Hello again, everybody. We are back with the September Update launch live stream. You haven't seen me on it yet today, but I am Paige Harvey, one of the community managers here at Frontier. And we're going to talk a little bit about featured commanders with my beautiful co-stars, Stephen Benedetti and Sally Morgan-Moore.
I'm stuck to the chair.
Oh no!
I ran away. I got dragged back in. I got dragged back in.
Just been glued there. But I hope you've all enjoyed the show so far. Obviously, this is our September Update launch live stream, so we are here for a few hours just to, give you some cool vibes and keep you looked after while the servers are updating, which all seems to be going well. You'll be glad to hear, which is excellent. So we hope you're looking forward to playing the update. But let's get straight into it, shall we? So do you guys know what a featured commander is?
I was recently on one of our streams doing the featured commanders, and it was really fun to kind of see what everybody's doing, and I think it's really pertinent today as well because hopefully when we do these in the future, we're going to have more new featured commanders with the new stars.
Hopefully we will.
It's like a circle of life.
It goes around cyclically, and we've had 29 so far, I think, 29. So a featured commander is essentially a commander from our community, be they a player who's done something really cool, or they are a YouTuber or a streamer, or they make music, or they draw really cool pictures, or they make memes even. Somebody from our community who deserves to be shouted out and shown out to the rest of you so that they can, you know, get some recognition, get some new fans. And we've had loads of them. So we've had, let me check my list.
I feel like the throat there. It's going to be
We've got people. So we've had the Hammers of Slough, who you all know. We've had the Distant Worlds 2 expedition, which ended obviously a few months ago. Lave Radio, SPVFA. We've had Anthony Hunt, who's done those beautiful blueprints you've seen.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we've got a couple of mugs with those on, which we absolutely love. We've had the Fatherhood, who we all know. Hello, fathers.
I'll try to whistle.
Very good, excellent, the Fatherhood. Then you've got Luke and I, who is a shining star in our community, one of our newer streamers, but absolutely lovely. We've had Mission Farsight, who everybody knows. We've had Commander Ascorbius, Psyche, the first great planetary expedition, Commander Placid, whose screenshots we adore, often using a lot of cyan, if you haven't seen them. I think we have one coming up later, we might do. DJ Knight, Commander Plater, the Independent Defence Agency, the Road Trip, the Midnicorn, Bognogus, Commander Beetlejuice, who we all love.
Big names, Paige.
So many names, so many names, and there are more and more and more and more and more. Those are all on our forums. We've had interviews with all of them, so go and check them out. If you want to be a featured commander, just do something cool. Yeah. That's pretty much it. We have forms online where you can apply to be a featured commander and tell us about the cool stuff that you've done. But sometimes we just sort of go, that's really cool, we want to talk to them. And we do. It's just that simple. So if you've done something really cool, head over to our forums and look for a featured commanders thread, and at the bottom there is a link where you can apply. Very simple. There you go.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's really nice. It's a great thing, I say, because I invented it, obviously.
Of course, yeah. Let's all give props. I mean, what I really like about it is the fact that there's a lot, because there's so much going on in the Elite Dangerous galaxy.
Yeah.
Because of all this, we don't always see everything all the time constantly, or some things get lost in the void. And as much as we look, having that segment for featured commander gives that opportunity for other people who may not see.
It is a skill in itself.
Oh,
you having to filter through all of this insane amount of content that you all come out with. It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, Paige does put a lot of effort into it, and it's shown because you get to see some really cool things.
Yeah.
I mean, last time that we done it, I think, you know, we were going through stuff, and it was really exciting for me because I didn't see the stuff beforehand.
No.
I was just like, and it was all natural, all totally natural.
There's loads more, and obviously up above us, as we can see over here, we have some beautiful ships which we might be able to grab down. We'll have a look shortly. Made by Commander Zorlak. He brought those to us at LaveCon, which are stunning. Sally got herself a beautiful little pink cobra.
Did. Oh gosh, the treats that we all get as well.
The screech that she made could have blown out the windows.
I think everybody did hear it, yeah.
But talking about LaveCon, let's have a look. So we've actually got some pictures. So this year we've been to main 3 events. Obviously, Stephen, you joined us for the last one for Fantasticon.
Yep.
Because you joined just after LaveCon. So we've gone to the Elite Community Meet, to LaveCon, and to Fantasticon. So William, if you would be happy to bring us up some pictures, we'll have a quick look while we talk about the events. So ECM, obviously. ECM is one of the it's sort of the middle-sized event. It's very casual. It's absolutely lovely. So such a warm atmosphere. Commanders from all different walks of life join up to have fun. Obviously, Alvin is there, and we all adore Alvin. So sorry, Snoz. We know Alvin's your dog, but you're his pet. Sorry. And it's such a lovely occasion. You're definitely going to love it next year. And obviously, Sally, you came along as well.
I did.
You did, as we can see. Yeah. Oh no, it's fine. They were asked to dab. They were asked to dab. And this is the lovely Horny and Ales as well. 2 of our lovely, lovely commanders. And then there's me with the Fatherhood, as we mentioned already. But it was such a wonderful event. So friendly. They raised lots of money for special effect. We had a nice little road trip, though we did get lost in the town centre a little bit.
I got a little bit livid.
You did get a little bit lost.
Well, about that.
Sally, I believe that was one of your pictures, one of the retro. So you played some original.
It was Drew Vega's console, and I tried to dock. I failed. I did fail, but the fact that I was playing it there and I was seeing hourly over there.
Yeah.
It's just mind blowing. I couldn't see for the tears.
It's 30
It
years
was
of
amazing.
history right there.
Yeah.
It's the game is older than I am, and it is absolutely mind blowing. But then obviously there was LaveCon where we started talking about some very juicy things. Where we started talking about this update, and we started talking about December's update, which I know a lot of you are very excited for. And you will hear more on that soon, not today.
Yeah.
But LaveCon was wonderful as well. So a much bigger event. And obviously you've got these photos, which I absolutely love. You have a professional photographer there called Oliver Facey. We did loads of painting, which I absolutely love. So mine isn't on there. I drew a cobra in the shape of a cat.
Yes.
Oh,
Which I was
wow.
very happy with. But yeah, set in these lovely, beautiful open grounds, loads of games going on. There was Artemis, and then there's Everybody,
Artemis.
which you and Will played.
I loved it. I love Artemis. So good.
It's all right. Did you win?
I'm going to say yeah.
Will says yes.
Yes, as we remember, Sally always wins. I think it's the best way to think about
That'll
it.
do. I
Oh.
had a little bit of wine while drawing that
Yeah.
one.
What was it? What was the VR game? The one with the beats called again?
Beat Saber.
Beat Saber.
Yes.
Sally had never played it before, and she was terrified to play it.
Oh, it was good.
And she
It was
went
good.
on and she started going, and then she totally got into it, asked to play again. There was like a wee girl waiting for the queue.
I
And we were like,
know.
sorry, love. Sally needs another go.
No, Sally's in.
And she just rocked it. So
It was
I
great,
think she's
though.
always winning.
It was absolutely wonderful. It's such a beautiful atmosphere. And then there
Yeah.
was Dockers in the evening where I
Yeah,
made Zach
you-
blush.
yeah.
That was very fun. Got on my radio voice for a little while. But yeah, so, and then you can see there, Sagittarius Eye magazine came along. Obviously Orange Spark, they're reading it upside down because why not? We signed a couple of editions which were sold for special effect. Again, raised so much to help bring other members of the games in, like the gaming into the community, because everybody deserves to be able to play games, and that's what all of these events focus on, is getting everybody, no matter your age, disability, gender, anything, you are welcome to come and play.
Yeah, I mean, it's the events I was able to go to, fantastic on. The other two, unfortunately, I wasn't able to come to. One I was travelling 11 hours down from Glasgow. Another one wasn't here yet, but I'm really looking forward to it next year. And like when I went for the one at Fantastic on, it was great to just kind of meet the community that I have technically, you'd say, be working with and alongside. And it's really nice to put like a name to a face, and they are so lovely and helpful. And if you ever do go to these events, please come up and talk to
Yes,
us. We
definitely.
absolutely love it. It's part of bringing everybody together, and that's what we like. That's part of our job.
And you fit in immediately, didn't
Oh,
you?
yeah.
So you felt really welcome
I
straight
did,
away.
yeah. I
It was
felt
like-
totally welcome. Everybody was so welcoming, and the atmosphere was really. It wasn't hard. It wasn't like I walked in and went, "Oh my goodness, oh my
No,
goodness, I don't
it
know what to
just went,
say."
"Woo!"
It was just boom. People came over, and they were lovely. I had a whole group around
Just
people.
knew who
different
you were
people.
immediately.
Yeah,
Like, you're a
exactly.
new guy.
I was like,
Exactly.
is that a Scottish
Yeah.
accent?
Scottish. It's all right. Karumba fell in love
I was going to
immediately.
say,
Yeah.
Karumba was
Another
the right
Scotsman in the building. But yeah, absolutely wonderful event. Sword fight totally threw me.
Yeah.
Did not expect swords, but there was a sword
Interesting,
fight.
Yeah.
Very, very good. And then obviously, as you can see, we've got a couple of pictures here. I didn't take too many because I was actually just wandering around chatting to everybody. But it was a really lovely event. It was very, I think, very homegrown is the way I describe it. Everything felt so close together and tight knit, which
Like a
was really lovely.
community.
Exactly. It is,
community.
that's a
community.
good definition of the
Yeah.
elite community.
Yeah.
Homegrown,
Homegrown.
wholesome, real people.
There you go. And then obviously, Stephen. So it was your first event. What did you think?
It was fantastic. I absolutely loved it. Like I said, it was nice. It was one of those things where you go to an event, it doesn't feel like you have to do anything that big. I just got to talk. I mean, it's difficult for me to talk, as some of you may know.
Terrible.
I
I'm quite
mean,
shy.
you do. You took a while to come out of your shell.
Yeah, it took a
didn't
while.
you?
It took a wee while. As I think the term was, I could talk for Scotland.
I was going to
That's
say.
what I'm technically doing. Right. But yeah, it was really fun for that. It was really nice to kind of just see the people, and it, like I said, it was a relaxed atmosphere. Just had a couple of drinks, talked away to some folk, and honestly, I couldn't have been happier.
Yeah.
Very good time. The only feedback I have, there should have been karaoke.
Oh no, we would have done too well.
We would have.
You two are the pros, aren't
We
you?
would have rocked it.
Yeah. And if you don't remember what this segment is, shall we tell everybody what we're
Well,
doing again?
no.
No, definitely not.
This is our feature commander segment of the September update live stream, where we are just coming to chill out with you guys for a little while we wait for the servers to come back up. The team upstairs are squirreling away like crazy. Their hands are on fire with the amount of typing they're doing, getting the update ready to come straight to you guys. And obviously it's going to be on all platforms, which is excellent, so you can all jump back in together and get learning. There's still bits that I say still bits that I don't know. There's a lot, what I don't know could fill a book. But with Elite Dangerous, I love to do what makes me happy. So I go out and I don't really care how much money I make as long as I'm having fun with it. So I'm really glad that this update's going to come in and be like, hey, here's a little bit of guidance on how to do this, a little bit on how to do that, and just brush up those skills. So even if you're returning to the game, you can jump back in and sort of go, oh, what did I forget?
Yeah.
There's a lot of elites like riding a bike, but that doesn't mean you'll forget, remember to put your landing gear down.
Yeah, well, I was interviewing Adam Bourke-Waite earlier, and one of the things I said to him was today, I was checking out, making sure that the tutorial was working, and I crashed into most of the things. I was like, oh no, I'm actually quite good at this.
No.
But normally I'm not too bad, and I can do it. But it was just at that point, and I was like, this is actually really handy to have. And it was, I think with our starter, Sophia was fantastic as well. She came on.
Yeah, I had a quick look. She was nailing it immediately.
Yeah, a couple of wee bumps, but that's what it's there for, and that's what that safe space is for. And it's brilliant. Really
Get on with it. So I'm seeing a couple of people saying, where can we see the server status for the update? Don't worry, as soon as the servers come back up, we will tweet it. It'll be on Facebook, it'll be on Reddit, on the forums, it'll be everywhere. So you will know as soon as we know. Don't worry about that at all, we got you. But let's go on to the next part. So some of this content you're going to have seen before because it's coming from our lovely community. But with the feature commanders, I always like to go back through sort of the last 6 months and look, what were my highlights? What do I remember when I think, what has the community done and what are they doing? What have I remembered? So I've pulled out some of my favourite sort of some videos, some clips, some screenshots, some art. I'm going to have a quick look at that and just sort of see what we think and go from there. And obviously this isn't the be all and end all. There is so much incredible content. There's a lot of things I wanted to put in here. There's a couple of videos that I'd love to put in. There's some fan art videos. Some of them are a little not safe for work, hence why we couldn't put them in before the watershed. Come on,
all
the Void
corners
by
of the community.
Yeah, the Void by
all
Commander Classic.
all the facets that we get to enjoy.
Yeah, well, adults play the game too, children play the game, so we want to keep it family friendly. Anyway, let's get on to it. So, we've got a video here, just a really quick little cute one, which I know you've seen. I don't know if Sally has. So this is from Sir Cosmos. This is his happy baby. I love it so much. It's so cute. So this little one, this little tyke, every time he hears the music in Elite, he sprints in his stroller and is just like, I'm here, I'm ready, I'm good. And just stays there, just stuck.
That's so cute.
That is a commander in the
so
making.
Cute. They are going to benefit from the new starter experience.
Oh, definitely.
I want to see that.
I know. Just like,
I want to see.
So if somebody could mount HOTAS to that stroller, that'd be fantastic. We can
imagine you had that as a wee one. You could fly about like in a wee ship. That'd be brilliant.
Make a little cockpit out of it.
Whenever
little
it comes
baby
to babies
cockpit.
with me, it's like, oh, it's just a wee bit. It's just a wee. Oh, he's adorable, isn't he?
Yeah, he's such a cute. I just love how he's just like, yeah, I'm here. It's okay. He's such a cutie, such an absolute cutie.
Little hands in the air.
Yeah, little hands. He's sprinted over. But yeah, so I love this. Every time I think of, what's the joy of Elite? What do I feel when I turn it on? It's this little baby. It's just this little guy sprinting in. Anyway, let's move on. So we've got a couple of screenshots coming up now. We've got, so this year I have chosen my top screenshotter. And we're going to see his screenshots at the end.
Oh.
And I say that with trepidation because there have been so many amazing ones, but there is one Elite Dangerous Commander whose screenshots I look at and go, that's his. And I don't even need to see his name.
Yeah.
So we'll get to him shortly.
I don't know which one it is,
Ooh.
but at the back of my mind I'm thinking we all know who it is.
There's so many great shots.
This one is from Commander of Scrubbery, also a fantastic choice. I love Scrubbery shots. They often deal with a lot of depth, and they the colour tends to be a little bit more sort of muted. But that's what gives it depth. It's absolutely stunning. That's a tiny SRV in the middle of a crater, and I love it. I absolutely love it. It's beautiful. I'd love to race a Type 9 down there.
Oh, that'd be a lot of fun.
Oh, that would be good. It would be absolutely great. The next shot we've got is from Commander Exorcist. Now, this is one of my favourite phenomenons that's come out of this year. This is praising the sun. You can do it by, I believe, rolling forward, then pumping the brakes and pulling your SRV up, which causes you to praise obviously, praise the sun. So do send us in your praising shots because I absolutely love them.
It kind of reminds me like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, it's a little bit of that. It's a little bit of
Nerd
Solaire.
points. Nerd points. I watched Dragon Ball Z.
But yeah, I love it. I did see somebody like, oh look, a field of SRVs growing. There's just like 6 of them just sprouting out of the ground. Absolutely loved it. Super fun, but yeah, it's a fun one. And yeah, Commander Das Exorcist, amazing shots every time I see them.
Yeah.
Next one is a new, well, I'd say newer. This is a gentleman whose shots I haven't seen a lot of, but every time I see them, oh my God, are they amazing. This is Commander Phobia. Now, obviously, Phobia's done a little bit of work on this one, you know, so he's upped the colours, he's changed saturation, a little bit of, you know, tilt shifting, I think, as well. But it's honest.
It looks so
It's
nice.
been enhanced, it hasn't been changed, and it's stunning. Absolutely stunning. Venom Tail is asking, where do we get these screenshots from? So, depending if I'm looking for a theme, I might go onto Reddit or onto Twitter or onto Discord groups like SPVFA and Galphoto and look for a particular thing. If I'm after anything and everything, I will basically just do my usual scour through Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, Instagram, DeviantArt, ArtStation, and various others and sort of see what's about because people post them everywhere. We get the occasional one on email as well, not too often, but it's anywhere and everywhere. If you want us to see them, you can just DM them to me on Discord as well, or join one of the Discord groups for photographers, and you're very likely to see us there.
Yeah, and there's so many great pictures out there. Like we said, the other groups, we get to go and see this stuff, and when we're going through the newsletter, we get to look at really interesting things that are happening. So we look through these different pictures, and every time I'm always just amazed with like the different screenshots. And I ended up putting some of the images from Distant World 2 Expedition as my background, and they rotate, and it just makes me look that extra, you know, extra.
Super cool.
People come over and I'm like, yeah, look at that, that's beautiful, isn't it? And I'm like, it's from the game. Yes.
Yep. Oh yes, I took this. I totally did. The next one is from Commander Thermobite. Not one I've seen a lot of, but I love this one because I have this exact paint job set on my SRV. And it's something so pure about it. It's so simple. It's very little colour, but what there is luminous.
Yeah,
and it's gorgeous.
It's got that nice like light reflection on it as well. It's really nice. I like the tyres, I like the details of the tyres.
Yes.
I was going to say, I like the zoom in.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see stuff for the distant shots, but then some of the depth of field shots that people do.
Yeah, I'd love to see more macros, more tight up details, more.
I mean, there's a lot of work being put into these things.
Oh,
the detail is fantastic, and then again, the work. It's not only the work that the development team do; it's also the work that people have done for the paint jobs, for the style that they put it at, and it gives a kind of sense of self in an object.
Yep, very well put to there, Stephen.
I enjoyed that.
We'll congratulate you afterwards. Don't worry, dear. Don't worry. We'll get to you. So the next one is from Commander Iolaire Uwain. Look at that.
That is.
So I believe this actually featured. Sally loves it because it's pink.
There's a lot of hue in there.
Yeah, I believe we featured this one in our newsletter, and it's just so. It's like a watercolor.
It is. I bet Jude would have a field day with that, wouldn't she?
Little Jude, put a pin in this one. You're going to need this one. But yeah,
Oh.
absolutely stunning. And obviously you've got your Guardian Fighter there, which are probably some of my favourite ships.
Yeah.
I've seen some people say, you know, oh, maybe they're not scientifically accurate. Who cares? It's sci-fi and it's beautiful. It doesn't need to be accurate. It's fine. I just absolutely love it. The cyan mixed with your pinks and your purples there. It's just wonderful. It's just absolutely wonderful.
It's so difficult for me because these shots are great and amazing, but Will and I were actually talking on Monday's live stream when we go to see art galleries. It's very different. You see the beauty and things differently, and I genuinely, when I see some of these pictures, I'm just thinking these are stunning. They are works of art, but also my linguistic skills are not as great to be like, you know, that's a fantastic colour. It's just a lot of colour, the shades, and that's fabby dabby dobby, as we would say.
It's all right. Don't worry. I've done a couple of photography courses. I'll cover that.
Yeah,
bit.
you
We're
got
okay.
that bit.
Right. We've got it. It's colourful.
It's colourful.
It's colourful.
I like that picture.
So the next one is Commander Lakista 7. So I only saw this one very recently. They said that it's one of their favourite shots that they've taken. I have never seen a shot look like this. I've never seen somebody go for this angle.
That's a really
And I love it. absolutely love it. Like, look at that. That is a fighter.
And Sally, we can see it over here in this corner. That's why Sally's
Right,
not just
wherever.
got so excited that she's fallen off the couch. But we have a camera here, just in case you don't notice. So this is where we're looking for her sometimes.
I need to see this on my. It looks amazing.
It's so
Don't worry,
nice.
Sally. I'll forward it to
that
you.
one's
Yeah.
amazing.
It's
It's absolutely stunning.
How?
Exactly. That's the thing. And
How? Tell us.
the
Tell
thing
us.
I love about taking photos in Elite Dangerous is obviously you can take a million pictures of a sun or a planet
Yeah.
and they'll be pretty.
They're all amazing.
But it's somebody with a particular photographer's eye who's seen that as it's happening and gone, I need to capture it, and they've set it up with the right lighting, with the right angle, you know, they've made sure to get the right sort of orientation, and that's what they come out with because they know what they're looking for. And I love seeing it because you can take loads of screenshots and they'll be brilliant. But it's when you get somebody who knows what they're looking for that it really wows. And that's some of my favourite. Which takes me on to my next one, which was the winner of one of our recent screenshot contests.
Oh.
So this is Commander Rebecca Lavender Roberts.
Dun, dun, dun.
Look at that.
Wow.
Look at the... I adored this because of the colour palette.
I like the difference. It's like there's two different
Right.
images in one. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like it's almost like a gradient.
Yeah.
Image.
Kind of coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I looked at it, like, that's two photos merged together, right? And then I looked at it more and was like, no, that can't be. That can't be. The way this is done is just absolutely stunning. And again, she must have waited there a while to get that particular angle, to get the lighting, to get, you know, the Thargoid coming in shot. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I want to see more from her. I've not seen enough. I've only seen 2 or 3 shots.
Even like
Right.
the engine
So-
trail. is-
Right,
is-
right.
Just stunning.
Yeah, I've
absolutely
not.
stunning. So I want to see more of that.
And
This is what we're
also,
telling. If you're watching this, get us more.
Get us more.
Give
We
us
want
more.
to
We'll
see
show
it.
them. We want to show these.
even if she did like merge things, I mean, I'm not saying it at all, but
That's
I mean,
fine.
when commanders, when they get creative with stuff, like you said earlier, like you've upped the values on this and like changed the contrast a bit. That doesn't make like that
Yep.
to me. I love it.
Yeah.
When people get creative in like post,
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
also
Proper,
Awesome.
proper photo manips. are
yeah, I
amazing.
love it.
Yeah, and like we said, like if you decide, oh, I want to do the artistic stuff, you want to take that out. If you get real stuff, brilliant. If
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have to,
yeah.
if you had to edit things to make them look cool, and you get to say that and post that,
Yeah,
we'd love to see
yeah,
it.
yeah,
So
yeah,
please do it more. I can't do that. I'm really untalented when it comes to that kind of perspective.
So short, man. You're alright.
Alrighty. Let's
Stick
move on
figure
to the
ship.
next one. So, before Will clicks the button.
Oh,
Oh,
So, this is my top choice for
oh, so this is
I'm
the, this
reading
is
it.
the
What?
ultimate.
I'm
It's
like
not been there yet.
out of all of the screenshots I've seen this year, the reason I picked this commander is because I recognised the shot without even knowing they did it.
okay.
Oh,
And so, Will, if you'd like to hit the button, these shots, these next 4 shots, are from Commander Madaxo.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Commander Madaxo
You-
has a very particular style.
I don't know how they manage it. Like you can just
Simple.
tell.
You can just tell they're Madaxo shots, and I've seen so many that are stunning, and there are so many amazing screenshots. But when I'm like, what does Elite look like? I think of Madaxos,
that's
and that's
gorgeous.
why Madaxo is my choice for this year.
Oh, that's
It's
absolutely
stunning. It's not even an official thing. I've just made it up. But Madaxo is my choice for this year. Placid was last year, so Madaxos is this year. But yeah, if we go on to the next one, look
Oh,
at
wow.
that.
That's so nice.
That is somebody who has waited and lined up, because I've tried to do shots like these. I'm not a bad photographer myself. I know that because I've studied it for long enough. But when I tried to do something like this, it looked just trash. It was awful, absolutely awful. But this is gorgeous, absolutely amazing.
Can't take my
So-
eyes away. Sorry.
it's
so
so
well
lovely.
designed.
I'm listening
It's very
to Paige and I'm
symmetrical
just
as well, which I
staring.
love. So well done.
Well, you and I actually done a stream,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a competition going on for combat pictures. And I even tried to, like, when we were all doing live on the stream, was to get off and see to get that
yeah, you
split second.
did.
That was
so difficult to do.
Well,
That
keep
was so
trying.
funny.
Of course, but
Keep trying.
that's the skill that these
'Cause,
people have.
yeah.
Is that it looks dead easy. It's like, oh, I'll just pile it out there and do that. And especially with a HOTAS, trying to move the camera and then get, like, the different setups
skill.
people have. It's
Huge
a skill.
skill.
It's a really good skill, and
Yeah.
the setup is amazing. It's
I nearly
absolutely
died laughing at you trying to do that. I nearly died. I just, just your face. You're like, no, I
And I
missed
was
it
like,
again.
I was like, yes, I've got the pen.
So
Oh no, I need to
good.
get the thing out and drop it out. It was just hilarity. It was just hilarity. If you
So-
enjoy that kind,
yeah.
please watch our streams.
We've got a couple more from Commander Modaxo as well. This
Wow.
is, you see what I mean? There's a theme. There's always a running theme for the way that he frames things. I believe it's a he. I'm so sorry if I called it wrong. But the way that they frame things is
Eye or something, isn't it?
stunning. I just love it. Like this one was Finding El Dorado, just the city of gold,
Oh yeah.
and it's beautiful. It's just
That is
so
a
beautiful.
nice-
Sally's
nice
face says
design.
it. She's just,
I'm really warm because I knew. I
You got
don't
super
know.
excited.
and then the
like,
last one
super
as well is
excited.
something a bit different from Modaxo. Look.
Oh wow.
So you can see that the colours have been tuned up a little bit on there, but I don't care. Like,
Kind of looks like the
wow.
Kind of looks like the Death Star.
yeah.
Oh, there's a little bit in the little bit
I don't think
in
that we're under copyright if I say that, but it kind of looks like that way. But,
Or a Malteser with a hole in it.
Or Malteser with a hole in
Yeah,
it.
very much. Or an eyeball. It's stunning, absolutely stunning, and I love how simple they are. There's nothing too much going on, which is great. And Tokoso has just said in the chat, everything is always moving in the game. Planets are moving, moons are moving, bits of dust are floating about, rocks are moving. So to get it to line up takes a lot of
Yeah.
patience. And you know that from the combat shots. You were like, I need to hit the right buttons to get. I've missed it.
Yeah, and it's gone.
And it's gone. It's gone forever. So you need to make sure that you know where you're going, what the lineup's going to be. Do you have enough fuel? Do you have the right colours on? Have you got the angle correct? Is it sharp enough? Is it? And then you end up with these. So yeah, absolutely stunning. I adore it. But now let's take another look at another video. So this is from Automatic Control Nerd. So this one I absolutely loved. The reason I know it's so good is because it was sent to me by about 5 different colleagues all at once going, look at this! And I'm like, okay, I'll have a look.
Which one?
So this is a 30-second time lapse of a year in game.
Oh wow.
So
Oh,
look at
yeah.
this. So he took a shot every day in game, as far as I understand, and layered them all together. And this is what a year looks like. So
Wow. That's
Like-
actually some commitment.
you might think that you jump into a system and the sun is where, well, the star is where it is and the planet is where it is and that's it. No, they all have proper realistic movements. That's what you can see in the orrery. You can see it's doing its proper looping here. You can see the lighting changes. You can see different points of the year shows where the star was in relation to the planet.
Yeah.
So it's absolutely beautiful and I absolutely love it.
It just shows you kind of how real,
Yep.
in a sense,
It's
that we try and
hypnotic.
make it. I know it shows the effort and the work to put in because
Yep.
I mean obviously with the simulation and everything going, it's
But yeah,
it's so realistic.
You
and
can see
it's
the
amazing.
coronal ejections as well
Yeah.
around the edges, so that kind of the little bursts. So that's all the energy coming out of there and expanding. And
I'm not. I haven't watched it properly.
It's so
I can't take my
nice.
eyes off it.
It's just absolutely stunning. And this is what's really fun about these
Mm-hmm.
featured commander segments is that like you can see Sally's reactions or and my reactions, your reactions. You've seen these all, but we're
They
Still
genuinely
get you
in
excited.
awe. Yeah, you're still excited.
Because, yeah.
It's amazing, absolutely stunning.
But yeah, absolutely stunning. And people are saying in the chat, Stella Forge is a beast, and it really is. We did a Meet the Team interview with Kay Ross, who is the lead render programmer on Elite. So if you want to go check that out on our forums, she will tell you a little bit about how this is all done. She'll tell you a little bit about what does a render programmer actually do and why does Stella Forge look the way it does. And it's all because all of the artists provide the assets and then the render team takes them and sort of makes them actually fit onto the science.
Yeah.
So it's adding pictures to maths, which is terrifying because it makes no sense to my brain, but it works, and then you get things like this.
See, back in school, people go, "What's maths going to do? Maths going to do this.
Video games that
Maths
look
going
like
to do
this.
this."
Yeah.
That's where my head goes.
So we're going to go quiet for a moment because we're going to go over to a little something special from Sagittarius Eye. So we all know Sagittarius Eye. We always have. But what they've started to do recently-ish is they started issuing audio editions of all of their magazines, which are fully voice recorded for every single article, perfectly, absolutely beautifully, crisp, so simple to hear, and it's available on so many different platforms. But they've done that because they want to be more accessible. So you can't, you can't see, you can't read it, you can hear it now. You're going on the drive and you actually can't dedicate the time to sit there and read the full magazine, stick on the podcast. Are you working and you want to catch up with the latest news, stick on the podcast. And so I've taken, I think, a 30-second clip of just the beginning because I turned it on expecting, regular, decent podcast quality.
Podcast.
And it was so clear, you could hear a pin drop. So we're going to have a quick look at that and a quick listen so you can hear what it's all like.
Welcome to Sagittarius Eye Magazine Audio Edition, issue 24, August 3305. Word for word, the articles that appear in this month's Sagittarius Eye Magazine, expertly recorded to keep you entertained and informed.
Listen to that audio quality. It's stunning, absolutely stunning. It's so crisp and clear and very easy for you to be able to hear. Commander Wotherspoon reads it so that you don't have to, says Asylum. And yeah, I love it. It's so beautiful and so crisp and simple. And I love that they've provided it on so many platforms. You want to listen to it on Spotify? Go on Spotify. You want to go on, I think, Swiper? Go on Swiper. You want to go on Google Play? You can do it there. Or you can just go on their website. So you don't even have to pay for a service. They just give it to you.
It's a lovely, it's so accessible. And,
Yeah.
and a lot of people, like you said, it's good for people who are audibly impaired.
Yep.
But the audibly, I think.
Yeah.
I don't- maybe the word.
The visually impaired as well.
And visually impaired. And yeah, so it's for audible. That's what I meant. Do you know I was going to go for visually, and then I was like, no, that's not right.
It's all right,
It's the right one.
We're fine.
However,
Any impairment.
Yeah.
However, I like when I'm cycling into work, I like to put a podcast on.
Yeah.
And I like to put some stuff on, and it's a good way to kind of do it that way as well.
But yeah,
Definitely.
as Orange Phoenix says, they're making videos to go with them as well. They do they've done like breaking news segments on their YouTube channel, which are fantastic, and it's so good. And it's one of those things as well. So we are obviously here today for the September update live stream, keeping you company while the servers are down. But you can also take some time and check them out, before they come up.
Yeah.
Have a little listen. Go and check out the latest news before you jump back into the galaxy this evening.
Yeah,
It's going to
definitely.
be really cool. But yeah, I absolutely love it. It's so good.
Yeah.
So good. Have you guys listened to any of the episodes, or have you read the magazines?
I read some of the magazines. I really
yeah.
enjoyed the winking cat segment from the last version. And I'm not just saying that because I went, oh, that's the last version. I absolutely loved the graffitied artwork that was put on it as well. Unfortunately, because we only have the image and portrait, you don't get to see the bottom bit. But on that cover, there's a really cool it's like a graffiti artwork of a winking cat, and I'm terrified of cats, as people may know. So for me to love that's how good it is.
Pretty surprising.
That's how good it is.
It was quite fun as well. They messaged me as soon as they'd written that, like, Paige, was that you? And I'm like, I don't know, but yes, I'm claiming it now.
Yeah.
Like, yep, that's me. I stole the artwork. It's fine. So I think we're about halfway through, and obviously, so if you've just joined us, this is our featured commanders segment, where we're having a look at some of the greatest information and the greatest imagery and videos and that sort of thing from the last 6 months-ish, and having a bit of a chat about it. Obviously, this isn't the be-all and end-all. We have featured so many different commanders and so many different things. Every single week we feature, new artists of all kinds, streamers and video makers and charities and things like that. So this is just some of the greatest hits.
Yeah.
There we go. And we've had a look at some screenshots so far. We've had a look at the very happy baby who runs in every time the music is heard.
Yeah.
It's like a stream. It's like Will. He just sprints in like, hello, I'm here.
And then he falls and cries.
never that
And then we have to give him a dummy back. And,
And then you put the bandage on and it's like, come on, it's fine. Come on, Will.
he's a troublemaker, and we can say that because he's busy on control right now. So he
Yeah,
can't
it's
stop
fine.
us.
So just like, it's okay, baby.
He's a cute baby. But yeah, like the very interesting thing about this is that like we said, we have shown these before. We've got them on our streams that will be on YouTube. And also, if you want to become a featured commander, like Paige just said, you can come in. So you can message us about coming on to it. We want more featured commanders.
Yes.
We want to show you guys and show off what you can do, because I mean, we want to facilitate that. We have certain skills. Some of us really don't have any skills at certain things.
Set of skills.
I have a certain set of skills,
right.
but you guys have been like the life and soul of the game, and you will be able to do far more than we can. you'll be able to provide a lot more, and we want people to see that. We
More.
want people to see more.
Yeah, so Sagittarius Eye, just to finish up on those guys, they've just released issue 24, which was the Winking Cat. They do, an issue.
I can't wink.
Can you not wink?
No.
I did not know
No,
this.
I look absolutely horrific doing it.
That's kind of winky. That's kind of winky.
No, when you speak it.
You can totally do it.
No.
Okay, yeah, we've
With eyes.
good enough. Close. We'll get you an eye patch.
Sorry.
Let's back on track. Okay, Sagittarius Eye, guys. We would like an article in the issue next time about why Sally can't wink. That would be fantastic.
Super.
We need to get some. We need you to like make up some stuff and be like, this is why.
Yep, there you
Sally
go.
can't
Bionic
wink.
eye shipment went wrong, something like that.
Oh yeah.
But yes, so if you want to take part in their magazines as well, they are always looking for guest writers, articles, all that kind of thing, or voice actors or people to help with editing. So get in touch with them, have a look. They are everywhere. You just type in Sagittarius Eye, you'll find them. Okay, so let's move on to the next bit. So this is something that actually happened this week, fan art.
Oh.
And now we didn't actually bring down the pictures because we're plonkers,
Oh.
but that's okay.
Oh, no.
Oh,
you're
no,
We
right.
can
the
tweet
pictures were
them.
all
We
there,
can
weren't
tweet
they?
them.
Yes, yes.
So let's get straight into it and have a look at the first picture, which is from Commander Beetlejude. Now, everyone knows Jude. Everyone knows Jude. She will see a screenshot and immediately turn it into a work of art, a very chalky work of art. You get covered if you pick any of them up. But this one's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. She's done some for charity. I think, what was it, at ECM? She had 60-odd pictures, raised hundreds of pounds for special effects.
She won one of her own.
She won one of her own.
By
and kind
accident.
of the look of
Complete
confusion
accident.
on
I
her
don't need
face.
to get rid of this.
It was funny.
But I was actually about to say there as you're talking, I just didn't want to
Yeah.
interrupt. I actually took maybe a second to realise that was a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you saw the portrait she did as well.
Oh yeah, they were
The faces,
really
oh
fun,
my God.
really fantastic. I think my favourite has to be Zach.
Zach, yeah. The
Zach's is my
expression is
favourite one.
perfect.
Yeah, she drew him with an infinity
It's like a
gauntlet.
photo.
And not only that, he did flaunt it around the office.
Oh, he
was
took it
walking about like,
everywhere.
yeah, look at this. Which rightly so. It was
Yeah.
absolutely stunning.
Absolutely. But yeah, if you don't know Jude, definitely check her out. We've done a featured Commander's interview with her with some of her other artwork in. She recently drew a portrait of Commander Tokoso. She turned it around on a dime because Commander Tokoso was having a little bit of a rough time with some health recently. And so his friends did a featured Commander's interview to help cheer him up. And they said, what if we could get Jude to do a picture? And within days, she had provided this beautiful portrait made out of one of his screenshots and a photo of him. And it was like, wow. My God, like that, it's so quick and so beautiful.
Yeah, and like we said,
so well done.
individually the community are fantastic with all these shots, but they're also really good with each other.
Yep.
And they're really happy to help out with each
Very
other.
good at selfies as well. I'll say that. It's all right. We've taken some pictures at events. Very good with the
With the selfie
Good.
stick.
She steals bits from everybody. So she sticks a hat on that she took off somebody else and a plushie there, and
That was
very
Zulu's
good.
hat.
very good.
Zulu's-
Oh,
Sorry, I
Toko
was getting
Sto's in the chat. He said it made my day. She's a cool picture as always.
Oh, brilliant.
So the next piece is a new one actually. I only saw it a couple of days ago. This is from Commander FRJ. That is a Sidewinder cut in half.
That is
Yes.
amazing.
And to give you a sense of scale, look at that itty bitty little man right in the middle
Oh,
there.
yeah, we can see that. Yeah.
So it's better than a banana. You wouldn't see the banana on the floor for scale at all.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, like,
I haven't
What?
seen that.
it's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. So well done. It just reminds me of those videos where you put like a water jet through it and just cut it in half. Like they've done it with lenses.
Yeah.
But yeah, so gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, it's a piece of fan art,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
This is
Yeah,
what
yeah,
this is
yeah.
what this whole segment is.
Yeah.
So we've got some drawings, we've got some renders like this one. But yeah, I love how it's almost like on a cutting mat as well, though they just finished with it. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. We've got some more traditional art here. So this one's from Jessica Sonnet, one of our own moderators.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so Jess does a lot of Elite Dangerous related art. She did a piece for Sagittarius Eye, which was Women of Elite, where she drew this beautiful like collage of various like female characters in the game. And then she drew this. She sent it to me like, "Is it all right?" I'm like, "Is it all right?
Is it all
That
right?
is
Is
absolutely
it?
stunning.
Do you mean is it incredible? Because yes, the answer is yes. And I love that this barely uses colour, but it looks so detailed.
Kind of looks like in the depths. Do you know, it looks
Moody,
kind of like,
isn't
yeah,
it?
it's moody.
Yeah.
It's like you can imagine it in like a kind of film where somebody's like going down into this kind of dark area.
Yeah.
But it's so cool. Like so again, the detail. I mean, these ships are huge. The detail that's in these and on the ships, and the fact the drawings these must take absolutely ages. I mean,
Yep.
it takes me about 10 minutes to do a stick man. So I can't imagine.
I don't
this.
even try anymore.
What, the
mate.
stick man
I
at all?
don't even try.
Oh,
The
I
lines.
draw, but I think I'd end up crying trying to put this much detail into something.
Absolutely stunning.
Yep. The next one is from Dead Frog, which I only found yesterday. And I found this, I believe, on DeviantArt. I love it. I absolutely love it. Not quite sure what the character is. I thought it was Frameshift Shark at first, because it kind of looks like Shark,
Is it
but
a
I
little
don't know.
rat?
But this was a commission that they did for another
mouse?
commander. But I absolutely love it. It's a perspective you don't generally see in the art, you know, inside the cabin. It's just sort of like this is fine.
It's my exact feeling whenever I play
Yeah.
live and blow up.
Yeah, when you when you were getting shot at going down to that planetary
Oh
outpost.
yeah, that
It's
was
just-
a really fun. Unfortunately, I wish that was on stream
It
because
was
that would
good.
have been absolutely fantastic. Actually having that moment on stream.
But yeah, absolutely love it. I'd love to see more stuff like this. Like as Ablative was saying, Anime Elite. Maybe it is quite sort of manga anime. Would love to see some strips like that in the game. Will is cheering for manga.
Yeah, but for some reason, I don't even think he likes anime. I think he just.
it's
I
just
mean,
a phase.
he told me he
Pretending,
hates
isn't
it. He
it?
says it's the worst thing ever.
Yeah, it's
Just
why yes, the shirt says
despises
it's
it.
a phase.
It's a
fine,
phase. It's just a phase.
Yeah, I love this, and I would love to see more fan art in this sort of
Yeah,
style
it's
because it's so dynamic.
Well, even from
Very awesome.
yeah, for myself, the art style. It's kind of comic booky, and I love that kind of art style as well.
Yep. Talking comic books, I don't have any images of it because unfortunately they weren't quite the right ratio for me to actually put in so it made sense. But Fangs.
Oh, Fangs, yeah.
Fangs is
Oh,
a comic
yes.
series
Fangs.
all set in Elite Dangerous, also a little not safe for work, hence why we can't show it
We
today.
did we pop it in a newsletter
We
did
recently,
pop it
didn't
in
we?
a
Yeah.
yes.
Stunning,
So, yeah,
absolutely
it's
stunning.
really good.
Traditional black and white
So good.
cartoon strips,
Yeah.
comics.
It's
of-
a little bit LA Noir.
Yes.
LA Noir.
No,
LA
don't
Noir.
mean it.
I
That was
didn't mean-
perfect.
No, I
But
don't mean that, do I?
You mean noir?
Noir.
Yeah,
What I
but
just said, that's a
Noir
game.
was right. The LA was totally different. That's a
video
different game.
Close enough.
Yeah. But it's like got a kind of noir-esque.
Film noir.
Film noir.
LA Noir.
Film noir.
But yeah, it's like that. It's had that almost that feel to it with just the way it was made.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
that black and white.
Traditional. It was
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah,
traditional
yeah, yeah.
pen and ink. It was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
There is one thing Tokoso says, Warhammer Elite Strip for World. I
That
think
would be
that's what he
good.
would love.
Fine.
Now, I know he doesn't like manga, but he would love that.
That being said, Will just did receive a beautiful picture from Commander
He
Beetlejuice
did, the
of a
Skaven.
Skaven from Warhammer on a nav beacon going like,
yeah.
so that was pretty good.
I like that
Oh,
voice,
yeah.
was it?
Yeah, that's my Skaven voice. I hope Will will use it in the future. I'm sure he'll tweet a picture of it at some point.
That's Will's normal voice.
Yeah,
Was it like,
that's why we
easy
modulate
peasy?
him every
That's
time
what
on
I
stream. Cool. And on to the next piece of art as well. We have Osmium_X.
Wow.
Now,
Nice.
this actually was in a different ratio, hence why it's really zoomed in, but this is Denton Patrius, obviously one of the Power Play guys. And this isn't even finished. And they were like, oh, I'm just trying out a new tablet. And I'm like, whoa! Like, it doesn't even need finishing. It's stunning, absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Like, there is so much detail in that, even though it's still just a sort of beginning sketch. I want to see it completed.
It's quite ominous without the eyeballs.
Yeah, I quite like that, actually.
Yeah, but it gives a nice kind of tone, doesn't it?
Yeah, I actually really
couldn't
like
do
it as
I
it
don't
is.
know how they, I just don't know.
Yeah, Palpatine Patrius.
Palpatine Patrice.
Palpatine
amazing.
Patriots, close enough. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Tradition. I would love to see some more like varying types of art. You know, some more traditional art, some more character sketches, some
Yeah.
more photo manipulations. Just if you do them, show them to us because we'd love to see them. Absolutely love to
All
see
the
them.
styles are amazing. Yeah.
So, we're going to talk about some very special people who I've actually been talking to this morning, and they're very excited. And they go by ARF.
Arf?
Oh,
Is
of
it
course
Arf?
they did.
Arf?
ARF. We're going to talk about the Hull Seals.
ARF?
So, there are a ton of amazing groups out there, player groups, but Hull Seals are one of the newest groups to really make waves in the Elite Dangerous community. They came about as part of Distant Worlds 2 Expedition because people needed to be repaired as they went along, bouncing off of planets and all this sort of thing. And so these guys said, we can do it, we can do it. We're going to, learn from our big brothers, the fuel rats, and we're going to go out and help people. And they have grown into, different segments. You've got the Kingfishers. They all focus on different things, different codes. So, the worse the injury is, the different set of seal you'll get sent out there. And we talked to them recently with our live stream.
Yes,
well,
we
a couple
did.
of live streams, actually.
It was, so as you may know from some of our streams, we have certain series that go on, one of them being the featured commanders, and one of them being the Galactic Intern, which we're now pulling back. It was brilliant, we have badges. But as it goes, we then come and kind of do an internship with a group or with a certain commander who has a skill set that they can then intern us for that day, so we can kind of walk in. So it was really fun. It was probably one of the funnest streams that I've been on. The guys were absolutely totally organised, really really funny, and again, it's on our channel if you want to look back and look at it. But these guys really do a great service for the community as a whole. They're really accessible again. You can just look them up. They've got their own page where you can contact them. Absolutely can't sing more praise about these guys. And you may say this, you've spoke about this once or twice before, but yeah, they definitely deserve to be discussed.
And it's all self-established as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
So, yep, they've never asked a thing of us. They've just come along and said, hi, we're here. Like, just wanted to let you know. And they are so friendly. They really are the puppies of the sea. They're just about like, yay!
Exactly.
And they're just so happy to come and help everybody out. And I absolutely love them myself. And their patch, as you can see on the image, is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Like, I love it. There's
been some mention that we've got patches in front of this, and these are not dedicated to be favoritism or anything. It is genuinely, we just put them on because we grabbed them.
We're on Will's desk.
We're on my desk. We'll change it up every time that we have the tablet as well. So don't worry, if your patch is not on here, watch future streams and hopefully we'll get them on for you as well.
So Andre Niemand is saying that they aren't very available on PS4. Well, if you're a commander on PS4, talk to them. Say, I'd love to help you guys establish yourselves more on PS4 and go and be a SEAL. Go out and help them and become part of the group, because then you don't have to be chosen by them. If you want to go out there and you want to help people, they will happily give you the tools and the training and the friends to do so. So if you want there to be more SEALs on PS4, go and talk to them about it. It's just that simple. We've done our drills now. We've helped repair somebody, and after deliberately getting them in trouble, and
wasn't my fault.
we saved somebody, they got looked after, and they got sent off on their merry way.
Yeah, exactly. And say if your group does something similar, that's great. Let us know about it. If you have a group that does something else in Elite, we want to know about it. Again, we'd love to do an internship with you for Galactic Intern.
Yes.
If you have any of that stuff, please contact us and let us know, and we will try and see about what we can do in the future for that as well. Because we want to do future ones of them like we've done in the past.
Yep, we're going to keep going with our Galactic Academy streams where we're all taking on the name of, Galactic Intern, where we're learning things, and it's going to be a moniker that we all take now. So instead of it being just one person, it's going to be all of us, and we're all going to take turns to learn different things.
Exactly, I've got a lot to learn.
FA off for you next, wasn't it?
Thanks, Malik.
Thanks, Malik. Don't worry, I'm sure Aramis can help you.
Everybody's been really helpful, and that's and kind towards me making mistakes and saying that we'll help you out. And because the game's massive, people are got massively skilled. I'm not saying massively skilled. I'm trying to say they have had time to develop those skills. Veterans
skill set,
who can then impart that knowledge upon me, and I can embarrass them live on stream. No, because I'll do badly. Because I'll do badly.
Okay, let's not make that the aim next time, but that's fine. We'll work on that. So the next thing we're going to look at is a video from some incredibly talented video makers. We're going to keep the audio sort of down on this one so we can keep chatting, because the sound isn't the main part of it. It's the cinematography. So this is from the Burr Pit. So from Commander Burr and Commander Rini, plus all of their friends they had come and help out. And this is from Commander Ascorbius's Type 9 race that we took part in. So I was flying. Will was sort of running the stream. Sally was flying alongside me. We had a couple of near misses, and then we
Will
both
was on the camera, wasn't he?
Well, I was going to say, when Will was running things, it was more sheer panic because I just knew the sheer panic that page was going to crash somewhere.
And she did
What do I do?
brilliantly.
We ended up both getting very competitive.
Yeah, towards
And Will was getting freaked out, and I'm just there like, no, Will, be quiet. I'm concentrating, trying to dive. So, Will, if you want to pop the video on, we will take a look. We won't watch the whole thing because it's about sort of 6 minutes long, but we'll watch a little bit of it. But yeah, so you've had us all flying. You have various people with us, sort of helping to, make sure the ships stayed properly repaired, to make sure we knew where we were going,
That's
when we
me
went
and
the wrong
you,
way.
I was about to say, whose
Yep.
ship's that?
So
Me
I'm
and
in the
you.
back there. There's Sally in the bright pink. There's me. Oh no, wait, that shifted me up. I was on the other side.
As you.
There you go. There's me and Will doing a little turn there.
I don't know if that was intentional.
Oh, it was. All right. And then look at Tado. Tado
Yeah,
is a
Tado.
master of flying the Type 9. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
There's Scorb. Just tilting. Good job, Scorb.
Oh, it's a nice wee show off.
But yeah, there's
Ready.
us all getting ready to go.
Ready.
And it was so
Wow.
good. It was so good. And like, you can just see those two were following us around. And we knew they were filming, but we didn't, exactly know what they were doing. And then they showed us this like a week later, and we were like, what?
Yeah.
What?
I mean,
This is
racing in a Type
insane.
9? That's insane.
But yeah, they got these beautiful shots, absolutely beautiful, and it really reminded me of, going and actually seeing, a racetrack and seeing the cars go around super fast and, capturing all of that. And they did it in Elite and made it look like this, and I absolutely love watching it so much.
The soundtrack is phenomenal as well.
Yeah, it was really beautifully done, but yep, they captured so much, and they captured us all as well. Will is voguing in the corner, not distracting at all.
He has a headset and he can hear the music.
It's all right. Will was just freaking out though as I'm flying because people kept saying you need to go lower. So I'm like,
This
fine.
is it. You had to be as low as possible. More points. The
Yep.
lower to the ground, the more points you got.
Yep. So
And
Commander
so-
Scorpius made a piece of software which tracks your elevation.
Yeah.
It tracks how fast you're going. It tracks sort of if you've crashed, all these things, where you are on the route. And it was perfect because all of us could immediately see what were our points against each other. And so every time we were seeing like, oh no, I'm dropping, it was like, get lower, just get as low as you
Yeah.
can, bank as quickly as you can, throw everything into engines, get over that cliff. And every time you'd crash into something, one of the guys would come straight down and heal your ship up. And I absolutely love it. It was so good. I cannot wait to do another race, especially if we get a video like this afterwards. And there's Sally. There she comes.
Let me go. That's me remembering I needed to get down.
It's alright. I'm pretty sure I crash at some point shortly. Yeah. And there's me realizing, oh, I'm too high up. Okay, let's get back. But yeah, absolutely wonderful. Such a great video. So well done. So quickly turned around as well.
Yeah.
That they were just like, oh, it's done. I'm like, oh, I didn't even know you were doing that.
No, just when they posted it out. And it's a really fun stream to watch as well.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, absolutely a lot of fun. So really look forward to seeing more from Commander Rini and the Burr. Very fantastic, very good times, and you had a lot of fun with the stream.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, there was
I
wasn't there a
did.
point that you like disappeared off the map for a moment and you were like,
Oh,
it
I
doesn't
don't know
matter,
where
I'm still
it
going.
was.
And then you
I
got
don't know
ahead
where
of
it
Paige.
was.
Yeah, so there was this like hairpin turn right up the top, and everyone else found it. But neither Sally or me could tell where it was, so we both went off to the right and got lost.
I can do
And
it, but
then
it's
we
part
just-
of the fun, isn't it, really?
Yeah, exactly.
Finding your way.
Yep, there you go. Lord Tyvin on Repair Limpet saw him going around, so like, follow him.
Yeah,
He
look.
knows where he's going. Absolutely amazing, really good. So if you want to do racing as well, check out the Type 9 race from Commander
Yeah.
Scorpius. It's a free little bit of software you use, very simple, really, really great, absolutely great. So we're actually coming to the end of our Fidget Commander segment, but we've got a few
Yes.
more bits to go. Couple more
Fantastic.
bits.
But before we move away from the race
Okay,
stream,
okay.
I just want to know that there is other racing out there. There is the Scully. That's the right one, isn't it? Oh, why am I forgetting a blanket? The Scully Racing, where they do the SRVs. And,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
And there's Scully 500. That was the number.
Cool.
It was a number. I knew it was a number, and I was like, the Scully. No, if I don't say it right here, I'll get into a lot of trouble. Scully 500. They did some SRV racing. There's other type of racing as well, like in the Elite Dangerous universe. But one of the really fun, exciting things is, because we love the racing, we're going to try and do some future racing streams.
Oh,
So if you have any
great.
racing ideas, please get in touch with me. I am available Discord, Twitter. You can email in as well. Sorry, message me on the forums as well, and you can email me. And we really want to get some racing streams together, and we're going to start planning them out. So please let me know.
I'm still suggesting the Dodgems stream. I want us.
That was a good idea.
Yeah,
We
so
were talking about that. Yeah.
we're all going to get Type 9s or Type 10s, unshield them, no shields allowed, certain number of missiles, and see who dies first.
This has not exactly been planned yet, so
It's just in my head as a really funny thing to do.
We'll talk about it because it's one of those rules of Dodgems. Whenever you go in, it's called Dodgems, and they go, "Hey guys, can you not bump each other? You're not supposed to." But it's
No.
Dodgems. So
Very much.
we'll come up with some really cool ideas.
Yeah.
And we want to see
And
that.
then
If you have any ideas, then please do that. And also, I will not forget Orange Phoenix. Thank you, the Buckyball Racing as well.
Of course, Bucky Bowlers.
Buckyball Racing as well.
Yeah, we will have a featured commander interview coming up soon with Alec Turner, who has a lot to do with races, buckyballs, and planetary expeditions and everything. We're going to be talking about all different kinds of races, so keep a lookout for that. It's coming within the next month.
Awesome.
It's going to be really cool. Very long. It took him. He was like, "Oh gosh, it's going to be quite long. Can I get it to you in about 10 hours?" I was like, "I was going to give you like 3 weeks, but okay, that's fine."
It's the excitement. The excitement. He wants it now.
Yeah,
Right.
it's all right. It's a good thing he's a writer. He knows what he's doing, so that'll come through. That'll be out soon. Very enjoyable. I'm looking forward to that. So the next thing we're going to talk about is Commander Plater.
Yes.
Many of you know Commander Plater. Absolutely lovely gentleman. Absolutely lovely. We met him at
So
Fantasticon.
the king of Beat Saber.
Oh
King
my
of
goodness,
Wow.
he was unbelievably
You didn't
amazing
see
at
him.
that.
It was just like.
I
He
did-
just
yeah.
the confidence. He just went up and done it, and I was like, wow, like
Yeah,
insane,
really
insane.
good.
Fantastic,
Really good.
fantastic guy. Lovely.
So yeah, he didn't really want to do it, but we were like, "Come on, do the Beat Saber, do the Beat Saber," and he did it, and I made a time lapse of it, and then Beat Saber themselves were liking it, and I was like, "Ha ha ha ha, gotcha now, Plater." But Plater is an absolutely lovely commander who many of you know because he publicly talks about his, I wouldn't say struggles, his life with cancer. Because he's had cancer, he's had multiple surgeries for it, he's come out fighting and swinging every single time as well. He's done so well. But throughout all of that, he wants to be able to support other people. And so he's done a number of 24-hour streams for British Thyroid Foundation. Just making sure it is Foundation, because I keep thinking association, it's Foundation. So where he'll play Elite Dangerous, he will play so many other bits and bobs, spacey games, he'll do things for challenges, he'll have giveaways, and he's doing another one on September 28th.
Yeah.
So be sure to go along and check that out. Support a charity. A lot of us support Special Effect, but there are so many other people
Yeah,
out there as well
more
which deserve
charities.
your love and support. So definitely go out and check Commander Plater's stream. Will, if you want to have a quick look. I think it actually might just be a screenshot we've got there,
Yes.
not a video, so that's okay. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's just.
It's all right. It's okay. It's a screenshot. We're all right. But yeah, so Commander Plater, lovely bloke. He's going to be on YouTube and Twitter, I believe. I think he'll have some goodies from us to give away as well.
Yeah, and the stream is about him setting some challenges as well. So
Yes.
people, other commanders will be on to set him some challenges, and we've actually sent him some challenges as well for this 24-hour live stream. So he's going to set all, and I think we gave him quite hard ones actually.
Oh, we did.
We did. We're not going to tell you. We're not going to
No.
ruin it. But
It's gonna be funny though.
please go over and support him. As I said, he's a fantastic guy. We've got some great challenges for him to do to see what's going to happen. And I mean, I'm really excited for it. I'm definitely going to check it out on the 28th.
Yeah. For those of you asking us to post the link, we don't have it on us right now, but we will be posting on the day of the stream, so you know exactly where to go, when to go,
And you
to
can
be
head
able
to
to
his
support.
YouTube channel as well,
Yes.
can't you? Yeah,
It's
and
very
he's got a
easy to
video telling
find.
you about it. You know, go
Yep.
to the commander.
As you can probably guess from the image as well, we have done a featured commander interview with him, which all of his links are in that, so you can just head to the forums and find him right there, which is super awesome. And I believe we're going to pop in as well during his stream on a little bit of microphone there and heckle him for a while.
Yeah, so you'll hear him. I won't heckle him. I'll support him. I'll support him.
I'll heckle him. It's
You'll
fine,
heckle
don't worry.
him,
I'll
yeah.
do it for both of us. We had a
Yeah,
lovely
balance.
heart-to-heart during Fantasticon, so I think we'll be okay there. So, last thing. As you may know, with the featured commanders, I have a way that I end every single one of them, and that is with a selection of animal photos. Oh.
What are they? What did you coin the term for them?
Well, the term I coined a few years ago is co-paulets.
Go Paulets.
Now, they don't necessarily have to have paws. It's just the term for a pet that chills with you while you play Elite Dangerous. And we've had everything from snakes to birds to a couple of horses last times, which was just fantastic. A couple of horses, why not?
Did we have a snake? as
Cats,
well?
dogs,
Some
snakes.
birds, some-
I believe we had a scorpion once, some rabbits.
Yeah.
Bit of everything. So we've got, I think, 6 of them this time. So let's have a look at the first one. This one's from Commander Calixta. I love this
Whoa.
cat.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure it's the devil, but that's fine.
And everyone goes, Stephen, why are you afraid of cats?
Hey, excuse me. She's
Terrifying.
cloaking herself so that she doesn't blind you when you
Don't
jump in
get
front
Paige
of them.
started on defending
Whew,
cats,
whew,
Stephen.
mate.
You should know this by
I actually
now.
feel a bit nervous right now.
Yeah,
watching
mate,
this.
don't worry. I actually made sure to
Beautiful
include a couple of
kitty.
dogs in it just for you.
Ah, that's fine,
Don't
I'm
worry,
happy
it's
then.
okay. But yeah, I don't know this beauty's name, but she's gorgeous, and I want to see some more pictures. Yes, Imperial Agent Cat, this one, I'm guessing. Yep, very good. Yes, exactly. The next one is from Commander Karamba, who did not tell me his 2 new beauties' names, but I love them.
Aw.
And they lay snuggling together. I believe they're fairly young, and they're so cute. Copaulus is also a segment in Sagittarius Eye. I wrote the first segment for it, and they've kept it going for me. I will do a guest feature at some point. I'll write another one. But you can go in there and learn more about Commander's pets as you go. But yeah, I absolutely love these. And look at those babies. Mate, look at the cats.
No.
Stephen, look at the cats.
No.
All right, well, you'll be happy about the next one then, because it's a puppy.
Oh my God.
See, does that not just make you more happy? Like,
Look
happy
at
or more
this
happy?
baby. Now, I don't know his name,
It's so good.
but this is from Commander Punchosaurus. His puppy is blind, but he always knows when you're there, and when you're playing Elite Dangerous, he just mlems.
And licks.
Just mlem.
I like how he's licking the camera.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I like how that's what he's done. I don't know what this is. I don't know what
I don't
this
know
is.
where you are, but
I'm
I'll
going to
lick
lick it.
I want that to be his default face.
Yeah.
It probably is.
It's just like that all the time.
Oh, it's so adorable.
Yeah, I absolutely love him. Absolutely love him. Because he's just such a cutie. Look at that face. Please, Commander Punchosaurus, send us more pictures of this pup and tell us their name. We want to know. We want to know.
crying.
Yes, please do.
So the next one's another cat. This is Odin from Miss Sugar Pixie.
Oh.
And now, if you have a look, there's a reason this cat's asleep. And it's because if you look up in the back, it's me and Will streaming. Absolutely gorgeous.
You've tamed the evil heart of a cat.
Yep, we have managed to knock out a cat. We were talking for so long, the cat fell asleep. But I don't know a cat who lies like that on the desk. Mine certainly doesn't. But yeah, absolute
That is a chilled
cutie.
cat. That is a chilled cat.
So chill. Like,
Cute.
rub that belly. That's so fluffy. Mate, that's a good cat.
Very cute.
That's such a good cat. The next one is Rex. So this is Rex from Commander Speed Metal 890.
Oh.
Rex is a very good boy. Wants to know why you didn't buy him some bio waste when you stopped.
It's more the
Honestly.
face, isn't it? It's this
He
that face
wants
like.
something.
it's
You
like
look
that.
at the eyes. I know.
What are you doing, Human? What are you doing, Human?
Excuse me, where's my HOTAS gone?
I know, Human. I just want to. I love
Yep.
dogs. I think I think that the funnest thing is just when they do these small things and it's like emotion, but it doesn't make sense the way it was.
Yep.
My dog once the radio was on and some noises came through and it did that head tilt thing. God, I could have watched her do that for hours. Yeah, it's just so
Yeah.
funny. Like that each
Huh?
time.
I'm guessing what's happened here is obviously Commander Speed Metal 890 was flying along. He must have, crashed into something and he's done his rebuy, he's come back
Oh,
here.
I see.
And Rex has just turned around like, are you kidding me?
What
Again?
have you
Like,
done?
this is pity on my face. This is pity for you. Like, no. Come on.
So I remember that all the
Yeah,
time.
it's a good video.
And then last one, little bit different. No cat, no dog. We've got Freckles.
Oh, a snake. Yeah, there we
You wouldn't
are.
want to grab that
There's
handle
the
without realising, would you?
snake.
No, so this is a python. You can tell because he has puppy face. All pythons, they have very cute puppy faces and like cuddly eyes. Obviously, he mans the HOTAS. You can see they're out there flying. This snake is very happy. This is Thesis Ascendant's, python, Freckles. And Freckles is so
Freckles.
cute.
Oh,
Look.
Freckles is adorable.
I
Like, Freckles is just going to navigate for you. It's just easier if he does it because he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. He's got a better sense of direction than we do.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. He's sniffing out the air. He's trying to taste, are we in the right place? Are we in the right place?
Yeah.
No, I'll steer this
I'll
way.
go that way.
But there you go. Those are the copaulets that we have. I'd love to see some more exotic copaulets. Get a couple of lions in there, a tiger,
Lions?
maybe an elephant.
I mean, if you're going to get a tiger in, and an elephant can do it as well. But no, that's a fantastic job page there. Brilliant,
Yeah,
brilliant images, and thanks to the
beautiful
commanders
again,
for
beautiful
going for that
recap.
stuff. So great job there.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys. And obviously, this is just a tiny, tiny bit of what Commander's been up to in the last 6 months. Only the last 6 months. This isn't even the whole year. I went back through and I was like, that's amazing. Oh, no, God, oh, it was February. Oh, oh, it was April. Oh. So I was trying to find sort of things that fit between the updates.
Yeah.
And it's so beautiful. We absolutely love what you guys do, and we're so happy that you show it all to us.
Yeah.
So yeah, big round of applause for you guys.
Yeah.
I wasn't actually going to applaud, but that's fine. Hey, just give it an order, go! But yeah, amazing, absolutely amazing. So guys, what has been a highlight from the sort of the last year, obviously since you've joined as well? What have you seen from the community? That
Highlight's a hard one.
Just something you think of that you're just like, that was
For
great.
me, it's meeting the commanders, I think, because you see them on the internet and you see them on Twitter and you see them on social and everything, and when you meet them in person, they're just as warm. And I hadn't met anybody until this year, and yourself, Paige, you've met many before, so you know what to expect. But at ECM, I was almost a blubbering mess because people are just come and talk to you, and they're so inviting. And it's like a family bond that you make. Yeah. And that is it's made my year.
Aww.
And then you've got the mother hen of the entire elite community, Flossie.
Oh,
Flossie, we love
I met Flossie.
She did.
Flossie. She was amazing.
She has the most amazing cardigans.
Oh yeah, and the back, all she had on it was brilliant.
Yeah.
She wears an entire Fuel Rats medallion. It's incredible.
It's insane.
Love her. Absolutely love Flossie. She's the official elite mum.
Yep.
What about you, Steve?
For myself, actually, do you know, I love meeting the community, and again, it is a highlight, but I'm not going to copy Sally here, but I would say
do
probably...
your own homework.
Yeah, do your own thing. I'd probably say the Hull Seals Galactic Intern, because one of the things that I did when I started here was, you know, I'm trying to help with different ideas for streams and different stuff like that, and this is a stream that's been going on for such a long time, and it was my first experience of actually working with the commanders on a stream, and it was just so much fun, and the guys were so funny and welcoming, and I just know that each time that's going to happen as well. And what about you, Paige? What about yours?
I think my favourite thing has been the song Let's Jump Together from Commander Toko So, because I still have it stuck in my head. Like, I love it. So beautifully produced, so well sung by his daughter. So, you know, all the backing vocals, it's just beautiful. And then obviously the video made by Ghost Giraffe as well. It's just perfect. It's one of the things that really encapsulates the community for me. And I've worked on the game for the last 3 years, and Let's Jump Together really is
a beautiful song.
It's
a very amazing song. It's amazing. I love it.
Yeah, like no matter what walk of life you come from, or, you know, wherever you sort of, whatever you do in game, it always comes back to that unity, and I really love it. It's such a fantastic song, and yeah, that's my favourite.
Well, fantastic. That's brilliant. So if you've just joined into the live stream, unfortunately we are almost towards the end. We're going to have one more segment after this one. What we've just done, a wee recap over of what we have done in this live stream. As a start, we had the Adam Woods, executive producer, and with Will, had a wee kind of rundown of what's happening with the September launch. And then I had to, I got to, I had the privilege, I was honoured.
You do have
I was honoured. I was honoured to have a lovely time with Adam Bourke-Waite, our designer, executive designer. Is it? No,
Principal lead designer.
Principal lead designer.
What are these titles?
I'm starting to lose. I've been here for a long time now. I'm just going. I'm flowing now. We got this. So I got to sit and get some questions and pick his brain, and then we had Sophia on with Sally, who went through the starter experience for their first time. It was brilliant. It went really well. We got to see it firsthand. And then finally we've had this lovely featured commander segment. So at the end of each segment we have been giving away paint jobs. So I believe we're going to give away a paint job this time.
Okie dokie.
Which ones
And
do we
it
have?
is the Frontier. It's the... We had the Mambo, the Cape Mark 4, the Crate Phantom paint job will be going away. So we've been doing some two of these to give away. So if we have Paige, what would you want them to put after an exclamation mark or one word?
Hashtag co-pilot.
Hashtag. So exclamation mark. Hashtag Co-pilot.
Doing
Any
it
of
for the
those are
pets.
fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go
Some
for that.
form of exclamation, and then
Okay, you can do hash. Let's
co-pilot.
get the exclamation away.
there you go. Hashtag co-pilot.
Hashtag co-pilot.
Very
Fantastic.
easy.
Yeah, so if you guys start putting that in, please remember to put one in.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so we don't spam the chat and that we can pick and make sure that it's fair for everybody.
Yep.
And as we have stated at the start, we're going to be putting a big giveaway at the end.
Yes, we are.
So after this segment is over, we'll be having Will back on. We'll have Paige and myself, and the lovely Sally will be
I'm
helping us out on
pressing
the
the
desk. You'll be
buttons,
pressing the
that's it, I'll
buttons. She'll
press
have the
them.
power that
I'll
she's used to.
Oi, oi, oi.
Oi.
Just press the right ones,
Press
sorry,
the
it's
buttons.
Gonna
fine.
have some goodies to give
Ah.
We'll
away.
be giving these goodies away. Like we said, we've got the HOTAS, the mat, the soundtrack.
Soundtrack, yes.
I don't know.
Rasmus
Yeah.
I was about to go
Talbot.
CD. I told you, I'm not good with words sometimes. But yeah, we've got great giveaways to be giving away today.
Yeah.
So we just need to get someone to, so we need to Will to do it,
Yeah.
to pick a winner.
We've got
from
one
the talk
winner.
groups.
We've got one winner.
We've got one.
Excellent.
Fantastic. And the other thing I would say that has been really important is we want to know what you've enjoyed from this stream, guys. So we like your comments below.
Yeah.
Let us know what's going on and what you've enjoyed, what you'd like to see next time for different updates as well.
And what you're looking forward to in the update as well. Are you going to jump straight into training where you're like, I don't need that, I'm going shopping, I'm going to go deck out my ship? Or are you going to just go and sort of like look around at things and poke them and see what happens?
Yeah, and it's also, as it's a new starter experience, if anybody does become a new starter, please bring them on. Not on, but come on here. Bring them on here. Bring them on to our channel to see what we do. Get them involved. Let them know that they can be a part of Feature Commanders in the future. Let them know who the house sales are in case they're out there, who the fuel racks are, who all the other grapes group are, all the racing stuff that we get to do. Like we said, this is informative for us and for yourselves and for everybody who plays it. So that's what's really fun about it.
Excellent.
We have a
So,
winner.
Do we
have a
have
winner?
winners yet?
We're getting there, I think.
I love how meticulous Will gets when he's choosing a winner. He's always like, yeah, I'm going to do it this way. This is
I
it.
keep
So-
starting the drum roll and then
It
it
doesn't
goes
come out.
nowhere.
It doesn't come
It's
out.
fine. We can just pet the table.
Just
Yeah.
pet the
all right.
table.
It's good.
Nice table.
But yeah, these streams are a lot of fun because we get to fill in a bit of extra time because the servers are
Yeah,
are
that's
down and
right.
worked
Yeah,
on.
down.
And after they are down and they come back up, we'll have the September update out there.
Which is awesome. And
I'm
then-
going to be glued to social tonight, that's
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
There we go.
Yeah. And since this is you going off to go behind the screen, would you like to read out the winners for us?
Who we got?
Oh,
Sally?
well,
Mate.
will I ever?
I've got my
She hasn't got her
specs on,
glasses
have
on.
I?
Oh, you
I
can't
can
see.
No, I've got this. Right, Twitch is Aquabarn.
Aquabarn. Yes.
Well done.
YouTube is Commander Muscarin.
Yes.
Ooh,
yes.
fantastic.
So, yes, you
Oh.
guys have won the Crate Phantom Frontier paint job, and I take it they just need to email in
At?
to community@frontier.co.uk with the title, "We won the paint job," and then we'll get that sorted out for you as soon as possible.
Fantastic. Right, so we're going to go away till we back soon screen. We will be back soon. So please stick around because as it says we've got a big giveaway at the end.
Oh, yes.
And thanks for watching the Feature Commander segment.
Thank you very
Thank
much. See you
you.
soon. Bye.
We're back. We're back in the room. How are you doing, folks? If we like to introduce or reintroduce the lovely Stephen and Paige, who are sat right beside me.
Hello.
Hey, hey guys, how you
Hello,
doing? It's really nice to have done these. We love doing launch live streams. It's been really nice this one to just sort of go through what's coming in the update and then spend some time looking at all the awesome stuff that you guys do. There are so many of you. We don't even get enough time and opportunity to spotlight everybody, but we certainly try our best and we'll continue to do so.
And it's nice to have the whole team here.
It is.
On the sofas.
We all
Hello,
exist
boys.
in the same.
It just makes me laugh when I started. Everyone was like, "Oh, are they going then?" I'm like, "No, we're all here now.
We're
It's all of us. we're all
Every
here."
single one of us.
Team is in.
So just to give you a quick recap of everything that's happening today,
Yes.
the September update is launching. The September update is launching indeed. And that's fine. We've got things moving behind me. I'm like, hi, Shantae, do you want to join us? Right. So we've got the September update that is launching today. This is why we put on this live stream. It's why we're talking about it so much. And in that update, do you guys want to give me a rundown on what's in it?
I feel like, we do.
We've got our new starter experience,
Yep.
which has obviously got some lovely new tutorials to show you how to get back in the game, but it's not just for new users,
Yep.
it's for existing people as well. If you're
Yep.
coming back, you've not played for a while, you're just reinstalling, you can get back in, see what you're see what you need to brush up on and what you already know. Get
Yep.
back in that way.
And what does it show you to do? What would you explain? Like, what's the what
If I understood the question, I'd carry on.
What are the main
Stephen,
points?
speak.
Sorry. Yeah. No. What happens in the starter experience?
So it's a fully voiced experience. So it literally takes you through from the very beginning. It takes you through, how your ship actually works, what your buttons are, what your bindings are. It takes you, how you actually get up off the pad, how you fly, how you go around, how different parts work. Obviously it's going to show you a little bit about managing your pips. It's going to take you
We've got
all around
scanning.
some
Scanning.
some combat.
There's even some references to the player's handbook and the codex in there, which you can't get from the experience that we showed you. But as Theo Acosta talks you through it, because it does include a voiceover, which is covered in all our supported languages. It's worth saying.
Yes.
You'll be able to kind of get all these other little bits that give you sort of, I'll go and look into that, and I'll go and look into that, which is pretty cool.
And you've got your lovely little rings you've got to fly through. Very
through
very
rings.
reminiscent of the original Harry Potter games for me.
Yes.
I remember
Got to
that.
take
Going
my
through
got to take my
remember.
Nimbus through.
Yeah, I just loved
So-
it because there are so many different variations. Like when you go through it, it's you start off fly, scan, combat, jump, and you're like, oh, this is actually really full of stuff to learn. And the driving through, it's got short bits, it's got long bits, and I thought that was really exciting. I thought it was really fun because it's so.
It gives you a little taste of many things that you can try, so that when you finally get to that mission board and you're done, you're like, okay, now I can decide what I'd like to do first.
Yeah. And if there
go from
is ever
there.
a time you need to sort of remind yourself, you can start that.
I'm pretty sure we all will. After the Christmas holiday, we come back and we're like, how do we fly?
Yeah, I might
We'll
need
just
to do
sat
it regularly.
there like together, like, oh.
Yeah, so that's coming, as well as we have the kind of an improved livery system, which allows you to sort of just a slightly more streamlined and nicer way to look at the things that you have and customize your ship.
From the menu.
From the main menu,
Yeah.
which is we must stress this.
We must stress that. I mean, it's so cool just to go in and change it when you're out there, when you're out in the black as well, especially, and you want to go away and you get a paint job, and you're like, oh, I want to put it on, but I need to wait. You don't need to wait anymore.
You don't need to wait.
No more.
Just make yourself look beautiful wherever you are.
Yeah, there you go. And then of course it's the Frontier stores being revised and improved there, and the introduction of arcs. So
What are arcs, Will?
arcs are a new virtual currency that exists that you can buy to purchase game extras and cosmetics, and you can also earn a number per week, 400 per week. That just gives you an opportunity to maybe get that little decal or a paint job that you haven't had before, or give yourself a discount on other stuff, and you get that just by playing the game. We briefly touched upon it on the forums, but we've tried to capture all the sort of game activities that happen in Elite Dangerous and reward appropriately for the time spent on those.
So you don't just need to jump around to earn X amount. You don't need to shoot this thing. You play
don't
as
just turn it on.
No, you've got to play. Obviously, you can't just sit there idle. But you play the way you normally play and you will earn. You don't need to do a specific activity. So just do what you want to do. As normal.
Play as you would, and I think this is something that both Adams feel strongly about, but Adam Wood certainly has touched upon that we don't want to change the way anyone plays Elite Dangerous because you all play it in lots of awesome different ways, and that's great. So
it's a nice way to reward that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and as Will said, we have an ARCS FAQ page if you want to go over to FAQ. Don't want to say FAQ.
GIF or GIF.
It is, F or GIF. Over in our forums. Go check it out if you've got any questions.
Some information. I do have actually hot off the press about that. We put a notice about ARCS out yesterday about a certain number of territories that on PlayStation that would have kind of a delay in the ARCS packs. That should be rolling out starting from today, which is really
brilliant.
great.
Nice and easy. So, yeah, if there are any teething issues, just let us know and we will get it all working as smooth as we can, as quick as we can.
Yes. Yesterday we also, of course, published the patch notes, which are out there, can be viewed. It's worth mentioning there were quite a few questions as well. We haven't had the opportunity to go and look through that and go over it in great detail, but rest assured we will. And some of your questions may be answered by the time the update's out, but we'll see there.
I mean, it's not just as simple as like looking and answering a question. Obviously, you have to make sure you have the right information, that you put it in a way that everybody can see it, because we can't just I can't just give you an answer, because then Stephen might want to know, and Stephen wouldn't know. So we have to make sure, you know, we can get the best answers to everyone at the right time.
I like to know things.
No, Stephen, you're not allowed.
So yeah, that's kind of nice way to highlight the kind of procedure, and we should probably go into more detail of how feedback and suggestions get weaved into what we do. Probably not on this live stream, but it's worth mentioning. And of course, we have this that we need to give away.
Shiny.
And this, it's all together. It's all as one.
Lovely little gift pack there.
Yeah.
With your HOTAS, your pedals, the original soundtrack for the game, and one of our beautiful mouse mats, which we originally gave away at Frontier Expo.
There you go.
Which I don't even have. I don't even have one of these.
Nope. I do.
I'm not allowed one. They do have one. I'm not.
You know, I was there.
Marks on it. Mine's got coffee marks on it. And of course, we announced this morning that downtime started at approximately 8 a.m. UTC, and it would last 9 hours. That is still on the track, but do bear in mind these things can run over as we're tweaking things here and making sure that it is as seamless as possible and streamlined. Because there were a few questions out there like, why so long for this update? So the starter experience delivery and well, it's getting that on, but also we're revising the entire store, so all those items and things need to be checked to make sure they work as well. Lots going into it, so
a lot of people, a lot of work, and obviously we wouldn't take extra time if we didn't have to. So rest assured, it's literally just to get the best possible experience we can for you.
Yes, exactly. Right, okay, so shall we give this away now?
Oh, I don't see why not. Don't see why not.
I think there's one wording that we could use.
What word is it?
Oh.
I think we should use easy peasy.
Oh.
That was Sally.
I've been waiting for someone to use it because I really thought Sophia would do it.
She denied you from the beginning, but I'm gonna give it back to you.
All right,
So
easy peasy.
If you put
Hashtag easy peasy.
hashtag easy peasy
There you go.
into the chat, we will pick a winner.
And yes, so most of these items can't be bought online. Obviously, the Thrustmaster can, but the mouse mat, that's pretty much exclusive. The only time you could get that was at Frontier Expo. And we've got a few left, which we are including to give away.
Yes.
And it's beautiful. It's from the system map, so sorry, from the Galaxy map, and it's.
You might not be able to see it here, but I'm going to hold it up to here and see if we can
so
see it.
You've got Sol, you've got Altair, you've got Vega, Pollux. It's gorgeous. I absolutely love it.
It smells really good.
Stop smelling the mouse.
But yeah, so this is the picture of Will.
We'll give you a proper. We'll give you one that isn't.
We won't give you the one that you sniffed.
Sniffed, yeah.
Unless that's the one you want, in which case, okay.
So for all of this stuff, well, yeah, if you want it, sure.
Cool.
If you are putting in your hashtag, and it's hashtag easy peasy, pop it into the chat. Only pop it in one time. That will still enter you for the draw.
Duplicate
and
entries.
this is taken from because we are restreaming. It's taken across Twitch and YouTube. We're picking one winner for all of this stuff.
Yes, we're picking one winner. And while we wait for all of the responses to come in, don't worry. We still have a wee bit of time after this stream. Until until hopefully the servers come back online on time. But if you're looking for something else to watch, looking to stay in the world of Elite Dangerous, we have some fantastic streamers who have came together, and we've put a post up on our forums to let you know when and where they will be streaming, so you can go check that out. And they are part of this amazing Pioneer program.
The Pioneer program.
The Pioneer program.
Absolutely.
Which, if you want to be a part of, please email and let us know. You can go into, what is the exact location?
I believe it's www.pioneerprogram or Pioneers Program. Don't have the official link here right now, but it's Pioneer Program. It's Pioneer Program.
Just
it's the Pioneer Program.
It's the Pioneer Program.
Frontier Pioneer Program.
And what
Just
happens
Google
is
that'll work.
you'll be in the chance to stream some of our Frontier games that we do here, and one of them will be Elite Dangerous. And what we do is we contact everybody who's part of this plan, and we try and get them on to help them out with some of their streams and different stuff like the ones from today. So those guys will have some amazing prizes.
Yeah, and not just streams, video makers as well.
Video makers
So
as well.
anyone that needs to be in the know to get information out there, then come talk to us.
we love supporting our content creators and our streamers and all those people who do awesome stuff, spend all their time playing our games and having fun with it. So sign up to the Pioneer Program. It's a way for you guys to let us know that you are playing Elite Dangerous and want to, and all our other titles as well.
There we go.
So there you go. So I think we have a winner coming in.
Do we? Do we have a winner?
Should we see where it goes?
Oh, it's getting exciting.
Well, it's not you. Put it down. Not you.
It's mine.
Okay, so our winner is from YouTube, and it is Big Panda.
Big underscore
Big
Panda.
underscore Panda.
Yay, well done.
Big
Big
underscore
underscore Panda. You've won a beautiful selection of gifts, including a sniffed mouse mat and a hogged hotas.
Nice. So big underscore Panda, please pop in. Pop in the chat? No, you don't need to pop. Pop into Frontier.
Get in the office.
Yeah.
Send us an email at community@frontier.co.uk, and we'll get that over to you and just verify all of those details.
There
Awesome.
you go.
So that's kind of where we're at with the stream today. We've got a little bit of stuff to do as well. We've been here like from about midday, getting 9 o'clock, getting stuff ready. But streaming from midday, so we do have to go and make sure things are smooth on our side. There's a few things we've got to clean. I've got to clean this.
You got to clean that map before you send that out.
and sweep and make sure everything's going as it should be.
Yes.
You do know you're a community manager, not a janitor.
Why
Why
is
that.
Adam Woods keep making me clean his hair?
He does. Talking about Adam Woods, we just want to thank everybody who came on stream today. We've got Adam Woods, Adam Bourke-Waite, Sophia, and Paige, William, and Sally.
I thought you were. I was waiting.
I saved the best to last.
Oh, there you go. You got
so
it.
obviously, not only that, all the featured commanders that were shown on that today, and for all of you guys for showing up and watching and engaging with us.
Yeah, just like spending time with us.
Spending time with us,
We put these live streams on launch day just to have a bit of fun, to kind of recap what's happening for anyone who might just be joining and or following the live streams and like, oh, what are Frontier up to? This is why we do these live streams, and it's a lot of fun to come and do that. This is goodbye from us, but we of course will end the live stream on what's next, because there is always a next.
There is always a next.
And you've seen it before. It's the Fleet Carrier trailer that we put out at Gamescom, but it's just to give you a little peek into what's coming in the future, and we're going to start talking about that in the coming months.
And it's coming in December.
The exact time that we discussed this was 14:58 for anybody, because at the start people were like, when are they going to announce this?
Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, we haven't mentioned Fleet Carriers for the whole stream.
Yep.
So there you go. So it's goodbye from us. We're going to play that trailer and then see you all across the forums of Twitter, Sphere, Facebook, wherever you may be. And we'll see you all very soon. So thank you guys, and thanks to all our guests and to all of you guys who came along. We'll see you very soon. Goodbye.
Bye.